All right, let's start the show. It's audio check, check, check. Guys, if the audio is good, let me know. Let's see here. Hey, big news. Watches and Wonders 2025 has now been officially announced. The date is out, and me and Red Shovel got the hotels booked, so it's on. It's on. We're gonna be there for 4 days. Wait, 5 days, right? 4 nights. Full experience will be covered on the Timrai YouTube channel. Just sure. All because of your support. We're gonna cover some watch market stuff today. I want to see, where is the market going? Has it finally stabilized, or is the market dead in the backyard pool? We'll find out tonight. Also, the link is in the chat if anybody wants to join. And chat some wrist watches. Let me put on my Explorer 2 Polar, the undropped edition. Not yet dropped. Right. Gotta love the Explorer. Finally home. Oh my god, guys, it was so good to finally be able to get some sleep in a good bed. All right, let's do this. Got the music. We'll just let it play a little bit. Hey, how's everybody doing? There's tons of watches to go over. There's new releases for days. Yesterday we talked a little bit about the Submariner book, and we revealed some numbers. How many watches have been manufactured over the years? Rolex has been very prolific with making watches. Let me show you this. This is another page that I haven't shared yet. Let me see. It will be this one right here. Boom. These are the Preceramic Submariners, the gold and the bluesy, the two tones. Very interesting numbers there. Look at this. Launched in 1986. There's over, okay, I'll just round it up to 300,000 of pre-ceramic bluesies out there. 300K somewhere in people's hands and on the market and everywhere. And there's the Submariner that Oshin has. I think he has this one, 16618. It looks like there's 20,000 of these out there. That's quite incredible. And then the reference before that one, the 16808, there was 5,988 of them. It's just really interesting to see these numbers. The further back you go, the obviously the smaller the production numbers. And yeah, that's probably what you want to get your hands on. Look at this reference 16610. There's 646,000 of these out there. That is insane. But this watch was in production for like, I don't know, 20, 25 years. Insane. Absolutely insane. Submariners 14060. That's the famous two-line subs, right? The cleanest example, the no date, 93,000 of them. Incredible numbers. We think that these are so rare, but they're actually quite popular and very common. Before we get to the market part of the show, let's just say hi to our awesome viewers. Kaloy, thank you so much for the upvote. Guys, let's get to 100. Yeah, that will be There's dreaming. We need to start producing much better shows. Then we'll hope for 100. But let's get to 50 upvotes here. I would really appreciate that. Time flies. Welcome to the show. We got Tuomo, who's upvoted. Says I feel safe in white because down inside I'm an angel. Sean Combs, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh God. Dave F451, thank you for the upvote. Really appreciate that. JMB, always reminding people to become members. Guys, become members. Support the only independent watch show on YouTube. Uh Meek Mill. Look at this. P. Diddy boyfriend. Wow. P. Diddy's in trouble, I heard. Finally, you know, the it caught up to him, all the nonsense. APIZ. This is where's Red? Well, Red was on yesterday, and he has successfully booked the hotel room, and I was like freaking out uh, yesterday. Like, how am I gonna pay this? It's like a $500 hotel bill. And then I realized, hold on a second, guys. It turns out um, Red Shovel hasn't paid for the animal house yet. So maybe we could just somehow exchange the, you know what I mean? The rooms. I pay for his, he pays for mine. Uh, we'll see, we'll see. Kevin, hey Kevin, write me an email. I'm gonna send you something. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says Tim hates the dishes. It gets his belly wet. I don't know. I just for some reason I'm not a huge fan. Although I'll do the dishes. I don't, but I just I don't freak out when there's like two dishes. Like I prefer to um before I do the dishes to have something to like a number of them, right? Because otherwise I feel like I'm wasting water. You collect like 10 dishes and then you do in a batch. Why do the dishes every time there's one fork to clean? It makes no sense. Newbie says, "LOL." Said to myself, if Timmy mentions the Submariner, I'm off early today. Peace out, newbie. Thank you so much for checking in. Uh, turn graph or go home. Hey, JMB, thank you so much for being a member for 28 months. Tim, do you think the movement inside IWC Engineer is something amazing to be priced at 10,000 pounds, 500? I wouldn't mind having an ETA and getting it cheaper. In-house movements by WC okay, but not Vacheron or Patek level. Um, the the IWC movements are extremely inspired by ETA, anyways, and it's just a way for a lot of these brands to increase the prices for their watches. So I don't think IWC movements are amazing or anything special. They're just movements. Uh, when if they're able to kind of preserve um the look of the watch, but I don't know, make it significantly better by reducing the thickness. I understand, but it, it they weren't very successful at that. They increased the prices by a lot, and they haven't made watches fundamentally better in any way. So I think it's just a marketing gimmick. Why would I want to pay so much more for um an IWC in-house movement when they don't look anything different than the non-in-house movement? Just makes no sense. The Watcher Princess, get yourself a dishwasher. I have one. It's called Mrs. TWA. Hey, I think roommate tries to call me her dishwasher, but it's it's tough. It's impossible. Women like roommate are impossible to please. They'll always find something to just nag you about. It's all about, it's not even about the dishes, I think. It's all about just something to nag about. But yeah, yeah, we love the roommate. Roommate, just if she was cool, if she was more sweet, that would be amazing. But she's difficult, very very difficult. But yeah, she had an early morning today because yeah, she went to the work has started. She's got 3 days of work in a row. I don't know what the heck was she thinking about when she created the schedule. It's just it's too in my opinion, it was too many. The vacation was way too long, and yeah, I need like another week of not even doing these shows to recover. So yeah, but yeah, we'll slowly recover ourselves. Just to take a look here at one more page from the Submariner book. By the way, guys, are you getting the Submariner book yourself? I heard that there's other cool information in there, and it actually makes me really wonder whether Rolex is going to continue to produce books like this in collab with Nick Folks for other watches. Maybe GMT Master 2 next, or Daytona. They probably can't do it on the Datejust because there's just so many different variants. But I'm sure they could do a GMT Master 2. That would be a sweet one. Daytona, maybe Datejust. I think there's just way too many. Maybe a Day Date, but also there's so many Day Dates out there. Maybe Sea Dweller, although I think it's covered in this one. Yeah, 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 look, they have this one. Sea Dweller reference 11660. Oh no, 6660. 123,000 of those. Oh, look at this. The Kermits, right? The everybody's favorite Kermit Submariner, white gold with or Smurf. Sorry, it's not Kermit, it's a Smurf. There's been 13,600 Smurfs. It's actually there's more of the Smurfs than there is the yellow gold with blue dial bluesies. Make that make sense, guys. All right, because so many people have been telling me, "Oh, no, 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 it's the white gold one. It's the Smurf. It's so rare. That's gonna be super collectible." But it turns out that there is the rarest of the solid gold Submariners turns out to be the black dial one. The bluesy is second in rarity. There's just white gold ones a dime a dozen. Although like you don't see them so often in the wild. Spunky Hunk says, "Hey, Dingo Dave. Apart from fish, what else goes in your smoothie? Hey, we're gonna have to play the. Actually, I have it. Where is it? Um, State of the Aquarium. I've been meaning to play State of the Aquarium for so long, and even yesterday because we had Elton requested a song for the outro, so I ended up not playing the aquarium. Dang it. It's hard. It's really, really hard out there, guys. JMB says Beth T was so cool. Her style and her videos truly a queen of watch YouTube. Yeah, she was good, but I think it was just a hobby. It was just something, people in her position. She didn't need to do it. I guess she just got bored, and she no longer needed the whatever she was getting out of it. I'm not even sure if she was getting anything out of her YouTube channel. She already had all the access to all those watches, anyways. Kick in the head. Welcome to the show. Hey, we're gonna take a look at some watches over here, guys. Let's start with this one. Well, this is an easy. Easy start. Here we go. A Pepsi. Boom. Iconic. Everybody wants one, and if you is this a mandatory watch in the collection? I don't think so. It's a little bit overhyped, obviously, but it is well deserving of its hype. I think the Pepsi is still one of those incredible watches. Now down to 18,700, and mind you, that's the new version, right? So it's got the oyster bracelet, the quote unquote the dragon Pepsi edition. Really nice, new unworn, right? So you can't say that this is like the beat up or the least desirable model, right? Because these used to go for 25,000 all day long, easy peasy. Now in this slighter condition, 18,700. Obviously, it's still above retail, but way down from its previous glorious heights. Uh, I thought Pepsi might be unstoppable, but we saw just last week. Watch Eric has made a video. He's selling a couple of pieces from his collection, and which watches that he chose to sell? Like two pre-ceramic Pepsis. So there you go. And uh, Rolex is moving very quickly in the direction of possibly revamping the GMT Master 2 lineup. And if they do that, the Pepsi might go away for the next 5 years, and we might have Coke. We'll see. Oh, hey, speaking of Coke addict, we got Cam. You got into the watch game to get a Pepsi, not a Coke.
A Pepsi.
A Pepsi, yes.
Mm.
What do you think? How's the watch game going with you, Cam? Any news? Give us the update,
On
the latest.
watches?
Yeah, on the watch.
I haven't even had time to like focus on anything other than work.
You haven't been
Past
flipping
couple
any
weeks.
watches?
What?
You haven't been flipping any watches by any chance?
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Remember how fun it was? You can go to the Bahamas, pick up an Air King, fly it back. That paid for your entire trip plus $1,000 on top. Ah, the good old days.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love it.
The gravy train
Gotta love
is
the
over.
suckers. That's what you say. You gotta love the suckers.
Yeah,
Now
well,
there's
we
no
didn't
more
know.
suckers. There's no more suckers. Where are you guys at?
Well, they're out of money. The suckers don't have the money anymore, and
The
in a lot
recession
of
hit the
way,
suckers
the
bad.
the watch market was faith based. Everybody was fooled into thinking that it was never going to stop. That's why Paul Thorpe and a lot of these guys were freaking so out. They were freaking out when people were questioning what might happen to the market and just saying, "Oh, some watches are going down in price." It was not. You were not allowed to talk about this stuff. Bahrain Watch Collector, thank you so much for being a member for 42 months as an executive story editor. He says, FYI, Tim, a lot of old full gold subs and day date watches were melted and sold as gold and spare parts. It's true. So those smaller numbers are even smaller because a lot of them were customized, right? They were busted down, stuff was replaced. People were fucking around back then way more than people do today. So you're right. The numbers, and that's why I'm pro watch customization. I think the more uh, the more watches get taken off the market, the more special are the ones that weren't modified are. So it's a win-win, I think, for everybody. Cam Prancing Elites, he says flip with the dip. I don't know what that means.
Do you remember the suckers that bought Blue Dial, Skydweller.
Blue Dye Sky Dwellers, those are way down. I think all the Sky Dwellers are now below retail, except the blue one,
The
which
blue
is
one
kind
is
of
at
holding
retail right now.
at retail. Yeah, it's the only one that's still holding.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine holding on to one of those, a blue Skydweller. You go and
Yeah,
sell it to a gray market flipper for less than what you bought it for, and it was going for like 30 something $1,000 because it's a rare piece.
yeah, rare.
Yeah. Funny enough, don't they sell less of the Skydwellers than the Daytona?
Well, yeah, no, there's very few Sky Dwellers, I think, compared to other Rolexes. Oh, that's another book that Rolex might come out with on the Sky Dweller, but probably in 50 years because there's only two variants now of the Sky Dweller: the old model and then now the newly updated dated double crown variant, which is just like a millimeter thinner.
Right.
Yeah, what do you think about the Sky Dweller? Would you buy a Sky Dweller?
It's like a big ass day dress with a circle in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a fat Datejust, fatter than well, Datejust is actually quite thin, but it's a fat Datejust with a GMT complication and the annual calendar too. It's kind of like two watches in one for Rolex. It's their Datejust plus their GMT Master 2.
Their day dress, their date, and their GMT all in one.
But the watch market is really moving into the direction of thinner watches. So yeah, the Sky Dweller is it was a flop at first. Originally, Rolex released the Sky Dwellers just in precious metals, and they were really expensive, and not a lot of those sold. So then they followed it up with the steel one, and that's when it kind of took off a little bit because they found a way to reduce the price and also put it on the leather and the rubber strap to make the gold ones cheaper. It's a tough watch to sell. Impossible to use that bezel, the command bezel. You need a PhD for that.
Yes. I wonder how do you think the ADs are holding up right now?
ADs are fucked. I was looking at the AD in Northern Ireland called Langs. Let me show you this. Langs. This is where Red Shovel shops. They're doing a massive discount. It's just watches are unsellable. But was it Langs or Jesus? Okay, I don't know. I forgot the website. They had a massive discount. All watches were going um like massive discounts, like 30% off across the board
You a
for everything.
Rolex?
Uh, I'm not sure actually. Don't remember. I can't bring up the website. I forgot. Red Shovel's gonna need to help us out. Let me send him a text. Which was the website?
Yeah, the partner told me that he wanted to get a black dial Daytona.
Black Dial Daytona, the new one.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, yeah, he went to the AD in the city, and he's like, yeah, I just haven't been able to get one. I was like, God damn, how are you like he's the head partner of our profit across the country, across the United States, and
Well, I think he's gonna have to go gray market. Just not don't even fuck around because I don't think it's worth trying to go for a Daytona right now. Oh, it's called Goldsmiths. Okay.
Yeah, I asked my AD, I was like, yo, what's up with my partner wants this watch, and he's not just like a basic partner. He's like a pretty top dog partner at the firm, and
Mm-hmm.
you can't get one. And she was just like, yeah, it's not about like your status, it's about like the money that you spend.
Mm-hmm.
And like how like obtuse is like that thought process. It's like, could you imagine the like networks that she can tap into based on like the clients that he serves, like other partners that he's friends with, people that he's gone through in his career with that are probably executives or partners at other firms that he can sell watches to, essentially, at his recommendation.
Yeah, but you see, they want to sell people like that an entire collection. They want to sell the whole catalog to that guy, not just one black dial Daytona that because he has money, he could just buy that on the gray market and be done with it. These type of dudes, they want to take them for a ride.
But why? They make more money just like saying, hey, if you have any friends, just send them to me.
Because why would they take that risk? Why would like this is already a well-to-do guy. Why would they sell him a black dial Daytona as the first watch?
Because they could incur other clients, other
Because
high
he could
net worth
bring other
clients
clients,
too.
but he might just flip it because, dude, these Wall Street guys, they're ruthless. There's nothing to say that they're gonna keep it. This dude could take the black dial Daytona and just flip it and double his money. Why wouldn't he? That because that's literally people spend $500,000 at Rolex buying every single fucking model, including a platinum day date, to get like a Panda Daytona or Black Dial Daytona. So they're gonna do an exception because this guy might have friends. They don't go by on might and shoulda, woulda, coulda. Especially right now when the market is so tough. These ads, they're gonna be super uh like they're gonna be super aggressive at trying to sell an entire catalog before uh you know satisfying somebody with what they really need. Because if you get a Daytona, you're kind of done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are people even willing to play the game anymore to do that? That's the other question.
I think people will play the game if they're like given Submariner, then Batman, then maybe let's say maybe a Skydweller, maybe Explorer 2, right? Like people will take Steel Sports. Like, if you were offered a Submariner no date tomorrow, what would you do?
Nothing.
You
I
wouldn't
turn
buy
it.
it?
I turn it down.
A Submariner no date? That's a high demand watch.
It goes for. I'm gonna get basically retail for that watch.
Yeah. There you go. You see? But a lot of people would accept it because yeah, even at retail, it's
Okay.
better than buying it used from the
Thanks.
diamond district. Right? Rolex right now is competing not against other brands; they're competing against their own watches on the gray market, and a lot of people are basically going to be choosing to go buying new than buying from the gray market for almost the same price. What you got there? Is that a French toast? You're eating a French toast? Hey, Daniel Cat. Speaking of eating,
Oh man, the new
hey,
unshaven look. The new
ooh,
unshaven look.
oh, oh yeah.
Is that
I
grilled
Cam
ate
cheese?
got
a filet mignon.
Is that grilled cheese, Cam?
I
So
thought it was
filet
Oh,
oh,
oh, it's
mignon.
something
it's
else.
steak. Damn.
Oh, okay.
Show us the food. Let's see the steak. Where are you?
At the Fairmont.
You're at the grandma's?
The Fairmont.
I can't understand it.
Fairmont. I think it's called
Oh,
Fairmont.
Fairmont. And what is a Fairmont? Like
I thought
a
it was a hotel, but
diner?
maybe it's a restaurant, or maybe it's both.
Yeah.
Jack, can I?
Excuse me. Can I do a sangria, please? Thank you.
Sangria. Ooh.
Things are sellable. Just sold 925 leather strap with buckle for $470.
What's a 925?
Yeah, 925 leather strap. Oh, Tudor. It's a Tudor. It's a Tudor leather strap. So that's good money. Oh, look at this. Daniel is cooking in the wok.
Hold
You're
on.
frying fish in the wok. Look
Can you
at
see?
Daniel. Look, whoa.
That's
That's
Atlantic cod.
oh my god. I don't think you're okay. Well, listen.
What?
I don't think that's what wok is for. But hey,
Let me just cook it. Here.
yeah, whatever. It gets the job done, right? All you have to do is just bring it up in temperature.
Yeah, that's right. Just bring up the temperature.
Yeah.
Listen. I got the stone. I got the stone from the movie
What's
Romancing the Stone.
what
So
stone?
if anyone, the movie with Michael Douglas years and years ago called Romancing the Stone. Oh, it's way before your time.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I was going to show a piece of jewelry.
Bring it out. Let's see it.
Really?
Yeah. Is it
Oh.
like one of those enchanted stones
It's like a movie set stone,
that
Tim.
have powers?
Maybe.
Magic stone.
You ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. To the left. To higher.
Oh, wait, I got all my
Holy,
dill
it's
on here.
cut. It's properly cut too. And what is that? Like a holding set? Look at this. It's a jewel that's worth like $1.5 million.
There's
The
only,
emerald.
yeah, yeah,
It's an emerald.
yeah. People would kill for this.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
I got it at the dollar store.
Oh, for $1? Oh my God.
You think I'd
Daniel's
have
had
this?
he come back. Daniel is wasting his inheritance
Yeah,
on magic stones.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, well, this is
How's the meal, Cam?
he doesn't want to show us the steak. Very
Oh,
annoying. Can we see the steak? Oh my God, he's just going for it. It's
I
almost
guess
almost
he's too
yeah. Looks medium rare. It's
medium rare,
really
just rare.
yeah. No, medium
Okay.
because it's kind of pinkish.
Oh, pickish. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the authorized dealers are dead. Daniel, 35% off at the AD. Hey, I'm gonna mute. Oh my God, so much better with Cam's microphone muted. I
Oh, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
realize how much noise he was making until I
Yeah, we haven't seen Cam for
cut
a while,
his mic.
right?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
haven't seen him in a while.
yeah, yeah.
Red Shovel says Daniel bought that with his inheritance. that we,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can estimate how much Daniel has inherited based
Li-
on the
li-
spending spree that he has gone
yeah,
on
no.
in the past couple of days. It's not much. Cheeky Wonder says Cam is living the high life. I wouldn't say it's living the high life.
It's a, I guess, respectful restaurant, and he's having a. What's he having?
Look like mashed
Sangria?
potatoes and steak.
What?
Mashed potatoes and steak.
No. I love mashed potatoes. No, what? Oh, there's red.
Yo,
Hey, I can't stay on long. I just thought I'd jump on and say hello to young Daniel there again.
yes.
Just,
Uh, hey,
he's spending his money on fake on fake jewelry now. That's a terrible way to go down. Stop it! Stop it! Stop wasting your inheritance.
I want to do it for fun, Red.
Maybe we could
But
bust down your Steinhardt with that emerald. What do you think? Get it implanted into a dial.
Oh, that's a possibility, I guess.
Mm.
But
Yo, Red, it's over, right? For the watch market. It's done
it's go.
for. It's
It's
gone.
gone. It's gone.
It's truly gone. It's just there's nothing left. Look, even these Hamilton quartz pulsar watches. These are so fucking cool.
okay.
They're at 30% discount.
Nobody
35.
wants.
Sorry.
Nobody wants these things. Or the did you see the thing that was? Did you see the sort of document that was posted in in the UK group? You know, that give the reasons for the you know for the decline in the watch community, or sorry, in the watch
You,
market.
can I pull it up? The luxury watch market is facing increasing challenges. Yeah,
Yeah,
here I'll pull it up. It's
I
a
thought I,
it's an
I thought
interesting analysis.
there's a couple of screenshots and it's all true. It's all true.
Yes. I don't know if this much truth is allowed on the channel, but we're not going to hold back just because some feelings might get hurt. Get this. This is according to Watch 1505 Instagram account. Says the luxury watch market is facing increasing challenges, with one of the most pressing being excess inventory, which has surpassed expectations. This crisis has placed additional pressure on companies like Richemont and Swatch Group, showing that resolving this issue may take longer than anticipated. Inflation, yeah, it's too many watches. What did
Too
I say?
many.
Too
Too
many
many.
watches. I've been saying this for like past 3 years. People said I was an idiot. I said there's too many watches. Rolex alone, like you can take all other watch companies and just forget about them.
Yeah.
Just Rolex alone is more than enough watches are that are produced in the world. So yeah, there's too many watches. And every year, Swiss watch industry is making 25 million more watches, Red. 25. Where are these millions of watches supposed to go? The population, from what I heard, is falling. Like the people are dropping. Uh, People in United States, the new generation, they're not having kids.
I, d- I don't even think it's. I think it's the fact that the people who were buying the watches have now realised that they're not investments. They're just simply jewelry, and
What? Uh huh. So
and
you're saying the demand for watches went up artificially,
Look, Red,
yeah,
not
stop
through
stop
yeah.
natural
spewing
demand.
this
Read the
horseshit.
rest. Read the rest of this here. And
Uh
it
huh.
sort of
Well,
They
that
sort
was
of
are
the
brings it
first
investment
all
point.
pieces.
together.
You
Sorry.
can't make it their investment. They're instruments of money. 100% watches are. So they are an investment. What is it a good return? That depends. But it's still an investment. It is a hold of money, about a store of value. So I can leave the United States and go to wherever you're streaming from right now and sell it and get my money.
You can get some money.
Well, the money that gets in my hand belongs to me after my watch is gone.
I think like the cool thing about having a Rolex on the wrist, like when I went to Greece, right? I always knew if
Can I close
fans
out, please?
if
Thanks.
it if shit was were to hit the
Huh?
fan, I'm just going to mute Cam there for a little bit more. Having the Explorer 2 on the wrist is really a reassuring feeling, knowing that hey, if there's some type of an attack here, right, and you need somebody to get you out of the country, and it is a kind of a form of payment where people, will smuggle you across the border, or maybe they'll take you on some kind of yacht with them to get you out of the country, right? It's a great kind of store of value that you could use as an extra life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, whereas if you sort of like if you're wearing like a Grand Seiko, it just doesn't have the same.
No,
It just
no,
does not.
Grand Seiko. No,
It's not the same currency.
a
It's not the
laugh,
same currency.
a laugh in your face.
It's
They
not the
don't know
same
what that
currency.
is. They'll think it's just a regular Seiko, Grand Toyota. Okay, okay. Hey, well, issue number one: too many watches.
Yeah.
How do you solve this issue? There's only one way to solve the issue, and it's an insane idea. Okay, get this, right? Because watch industry is making too many watches. So how do you resolve it? Is by making fewer watches,
Yeah.
right? And how do you do that? Like who's supposed to cut the production, right? Well, I don't think this kind of thing can be fixed through legislation, right? You can't just pass a law and say, "Hey, in Switzerland, we're not going to make more than, I don't know, 10 million watches a year." And then all the brands have to fight for their wristwatch allocations, you know? Like it's not a solution.
Let's blow this popsicle stand, guys.
Okay.
Bill has been paid.
How much was the bill? How much was that steak?
$75.
Not worth it.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
pretty small. I'm probably gonna get a lobster roll or something. You know?
mhm. Get a lobster roll.
Yeah, it was a filet mignon. So um, yeah, it was
Uh,
a filet mignon, and it was decent, but just like a really small portion. I was like, what the fuck, you
hey,
know?
don't move the camera around so much. We want to see where you at. Let's see this building. Is this
Yeah,
the company where you work?
this is my hotel.
Wow, this is fancy as
Yeah,
fuck.
yep,
Are you seeing this? Cam is some kind of a baller, Red.
yeah, yeah.
It seems to me.
Yeah,
To all
right?
the to
Oh,
all
so
the doubters and the haters that commented on me over the years, look at this.
so he's not just at the restaurant, Tim. He's at the Fairmont Hotel. It's a well known chain across North America. It's sort of high end hotel, the Fairmont. So I guess the
Mhm.
restaurant was part of that.
Yep.
And where is this Fairmont Hotel? This is in New York? Let me see. No.
I get more steak. Is the question.
Where are you?
You could say.
Daniel, did he say which state he's in? Man, you're so disjointed, Cam.
I'm in
Okay,
What's he
just
doing?
Pennsylvania.
What's he doing now? Is he running away as they realize his credit card stolen?
he's limping out of
Uh,
the hotel.
Yeah.
look at look at Cam limping out.
what's your question, Tim? That's the Fairmont Hotel. What is your
He
question?
limped out of the. He had a
Oh,
steak and then limped out of the hotel.
I had a steak and some alcohol.
Oh yeah, you're barely walking, man.
Yep.
You need those what are they called? Crutches.
oh, come on. You're talking about a walker? Come on.
No, like, are you seeing he's all limping?
No, he just the way he's holding the phone. I guess he's
Oh,
got
you
a
think?
uh,
Oh, you think
game.
it's just the phone? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. That's all it is. He was so entranced by the stone that I showed that about the
Mm.
that he's kind of semi hypnotized. I guess.
It put a spell on him. Well, okay,
That,
Cam, you just hang in there for a minute, okay?
Mhm.
Daniel, what's your take? Is there too many watches?
I
How can this problem be solved? Or is it one of those capitalism problems that cannot be solved?
I don't like that either or. I don't have enough information. I'm not a good analyst. I don't crunch numbers very well. But since the market in general is doing
It
well,
doesn't take to be a mathematical
but hold on,
genius, Daniel,
hold on.
to
Let me
uh-huh.
finish. Since that the markets temporarily are doing sort of well in general, and the watch market is not, I think it's something that might be resolved a little bit later. It's about priorities of purchases, I guess, and also um, volume, like you already discussed, volume of product. If the companies now, is it the gray market that's hit the most, or is it also the retailer? Is it, Tim? Is it the gray
uh
market also, or
no,
is it,
this is AD, authorized market. But
uh,
but
I,
but the gray market is also in play here, because those watches, they still exist. They're still available.
uh, how far is the drop? Let's see here.
Well, let me show you something here, Daniel.
Oh, there.
This is a world popular. It doesn't take a You don't
Okay,
have to be a mathematical wizard, okay,
okay.
to understand the problem that the watch market is having, okay? And it has everything to do with the world population, okay?
Okay, so if you're
Now,
taking that into account, and it's only my
yeah.
conjecture, even people that are making, let's say 1 million a year,
Hmm.
if they've got their lifestyle that's so caught up in a lifestyle of going to the property that they bought, the kids at private school, and living a lifestyle that's beyond their means, and also they put down payments on so many things that they're in debt more than the money that they're making per year, then they're not thinking about getting a luxury watch, even those that are making that kind of funds. Then there's a big population of people, regardless of whether the general economy is improved, they're living paycheck by paycheck. What's the percentage of people in America? There was a woman on CNN, not that anyone likes CNN, but there was a woman that was an investment counselor on CNN that was asked about this, i.e., a woman.
Uh-huh.
This woman investor was giving advice to people, say, where do I put my 200,000 here? Where do I put my 3 million there? And she was
Uh-huh.
giving advice. Then, out of the blue, a woman making whatever it was, just barely getting by money, phoned in and says, this is a fantasy land," she said. "I can't afford any of this, and you're talking about investment counseling, and I'm very frustrated." This is a woman, just a everyday woman working at some office somewhere.
Hmm.
So the woman didn't snuff her off. She says, "Well, how much do you make per year?" And the I guess 30-something woman says, "Oh, I make this per year." "And how much do you pay for your car?" And she said, "How much you pay for your car? Do you own it? Do you rent it?" She did all those questions.
Hmm.
And she says, "Are you extremely in debt?" And she said, "No, she's not in debt at all, except for the car, and she pays her rent." So then the woman says, "I'm going to make you feel a little bit better. How many people? What's the percentage of people in America that are extremely in debt?" And there's a pause. The woman says,
Yes.
"Well, I don't know, 10%. Guess again.
Yes.
30%. Guess again." She tried a couple of times, didn't get it. She says it's 70% of America. Now this was some
Yeah.
years ago.
70%
70%.
of Americans are underwater.
Well, I won't say underwater. They're making enough money to cover everything. If you know what I mean.
Wow.
And they
Yes.
have
Yes.
certain assets. I'm not
They're
saying they're
living
on,
paycheck to paycheck. That's me.
a little bit better than paycheck
Oh,
to paycheck,
better.
but if anything goes south, they're in real trouble.
Hmm.
I'm when I say
Any major health emergency,
right. So
and I'm
so
done.
well, look, I didn't mean to get into that, Tim. You'll do okay. I'm talking about this woman, and the investor woman was saying, "Look, just stay out of debt. You're okay. There's a lot of people flying high on stuff they can't afford, and just be, true to yourself," or da 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 da, whatever else she said. But maybe the watches are the first thing to go as a disposable thing, outside of person that's trying to live a lifestyle and at least pay for the kids going to school, pay for kids to go to like ballet lessons and whatever, yet just trying to and have food on the table. The kids come first. A lot of them have kids, so maybe that's it, or maybe
But
it's
2 years
bad.
ago, people also had kids, but they were spending money on watches left and
No.
right, like it was nothing.
Now, someone who knows way more than me on this
They were
is,
taking out
is
loans to buy
okay.
watches.
Okay, Cam, I don't pretend to know anything. You're an investment guy. I'm just pretending I know a little bit here. Oh, look at that. PM had put an input there.
70% for sure, but they're 3 to 6 checks away. Hey, Red, are you in debt?
Everyone's in debt. Everyone's in debt.
There's
Oh,
such
that's
thing
not.
as a healthy debt, though, Red. There's a healthy debt too.
Oh, you mean like if you have a mortgage, right?
Well, no. If you balance things out,
No, I would consider
healthy debt can
mortgage,
be.
but Red Shovel, your house is all fully paid for, right? It's
No, no,
no. Oh, what?
no,
Uh-huh.
no, no. Always have a Some people will disagree, but always have some level of debt because it's
Hmm.
good for your. I think it's good for your credit. I think it's good, like for credit to show that you can actually pay,
Yes.
like pay a balance every month, pay off various things. Otherwise, if you do go to borrow, it can be very difficult then.
Right.
If you don't have a history of repayment.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
what I.
so what kind of debt do you have an example or like some kind of a recommendation?
Well, you can take a even some people who maybe pay their mortgage off very early on
Mm-hmm.
can in life end up taking out a small loan against their mortgage, so
Mm-hmm.
that do like a remortgage, maybe not like for the full amount, but just to show that they have, that they can repay. Mortgage is rarely used in calculating debt.
I
Yeah,
mean, it technically speaking, mortgage is debt, but
it's
because
it's
it's so
it's
easy
one of
to
the
sell
things
it,
that
unless
shows up.
you. Uh-huh.
It's one of the things that would show up in your credit report. In that
Mm-hmm.
you've got a ongoing debt. It's still classed as a debt. Like on your credit
Mm-hmm.
report. That you can service every month. And if you do need to get other credit or loans, or you're maybe going for some sort of you're doing some sort of investment in business or something, it's
Yes.
something there that shows a record as opposed to not. You know,
How is the housing market in Northern Ireland today?
it's um, it's went up. It's went up of
Oh,
recent times.
really?
Yeah, for the first,
Wow.
like I know, for the first like 10 years, like like when we were like moving and that, like we basically made
Yeah.
nothing. We didn't make a penny on our
Wow.
house, but ours is probably it was probably went up like by hundreds of thousands now.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think you would be better off, staying in the old house or getting this one?
Oh, the old house was too small. It was
Oh,
too small,
oh.
so it was.
And
But
do you
this one
think this
here
is going to
was
be your last house?
probably when the kids are sort of older. We'll probably sell and get something smaller.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'll go back to a small
yeah.
house. Very interesting
There would be no
strategy.
point keeping this house then, because it, it,
Uh-huh.
it would be too big, for two people.
Well, what if kids decide to stay in the house? They don't have to necessarily move out, right?
Nah, I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go, man. I want to cash out. I want to cash out. cash out.
Daddy needs a Porsche
I want to cash
convertible.
out. I want to cash out. We're selling. We're selling. We're going
Yes, there's
to.
so many
We're going
watch
to.
shows that we have to do. Daddy needs the money.
Yeah, we're
The
cashing out.
travels,
Yeah.
the travels of for the next 30 years, all the wristwatch.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Jeez, the
Uh,
watches. Have you noticed too? Have you noticed that the Watches and Wonder, that all the hotels around Watches and Wonders have now completely tuned into the fact that they can charge what they
jack
want?
up the prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could charge whatever they want. They have a total control over the market. And hey, listen, this is good for the city of Geneva. They get a lot of traffic uh,
But
going
do you
through.
remember the first year we went to, which was the first of like public days? the hotel was basically like it was for nothing. Like they were nearly paying us, like to stay there. It was that cheap, and
Mm.
it's just I can't believe they've just
Speaking
they're
speaking
sucking
of
us
the
dry.
hotel, speaking of the hotels, Red,
Yeah,
you paid how much do I owe you for this hotel?
you owe me exactly what I owe you for the house
You said it
in
was
LA.
550. I thought it was like $50 difference.
Well, I'll give you 50 then. I'll give you $50.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not doing so well. It's been hard, the finances didn't just hit the watch market, also hit the show.
I
So
know.
yeah, I'm gonna need that 50. I'll buy you a drink anyway. So I'll- we'll buy steaks or something or something
We'll get
other
something
with
organized.
the
We'll get
money.
something organized.
Yeah.
We'll get something organized.
So
I
okay.
know
So
it must be
yes.
awful. No, Tim, it must be awful all this traveling
Tim,
around
do
the
you still have
world lunch dinners.
Tim? Do you still have the Grossman watch?
Yes, I do. And I was told I have to get rid of it. A really smart, very intelligent guy
Yeah, yeah.
uh, in Greece, a
Oh, yeah.
super watch collector. He said, "Tim, sell it. Get rid of it. Get out. Get out." So,
Yeah, but who's going to buy that now? It's
oh, don't
who
say it
who
like
is ever
that.
going to buy it?
Yeah, you're going to lose a lot on it. I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have. If having funds is important enough to take the loss,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be a gigantic loss. So I don't know. How much did you pay for it, by the way? 40?
Um,
Do you remember?
for the Grossman?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I didn't pay 40. That's a lot.
Okay.
40 is a lot of money.
No, okay, whatever. If you got sort of a deal with it and if you lose a few thousand because you need the money down the road, I'm just
Yeah.
saying if maybe, I don't know.
Right. No, 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 no,
What
no. I
what's the Grossman realistically worth now? What do you think you could get for it? Let's be honest now.
Well, look, I think it's on the market of its own in a way, right? Like Grossman is such a unique, weird company that if somebody is looking for Grossman, they'll probably pay whatever it's worth. Maybe 25,000, maybe 28,000 if I'm lucky.
Have you?
Uh,
I think the only way to sell a watch to get it is to actually have it up for sale like permanently, like
mhm.
on Chrono.
Yeah.
You should put it up for sale
Yeah, I'm gonna do
because
that. What I'm gonna do.
because
Yeah.
because as you say, it's not the sort of watch that you can sort of bring in somewhere and get you know someone's necessarily going to want to buy. There's going to be someone who wants to buy that watch. May well see it on Chrono. It might take 6 days, might take 6 years, but there'll be someone looking at it eventually. But you have to have it out there, like for sale, and people have to know it's for sale.
Right. It has to be permanently for sale. Well, I thought I'll do that in the Barossa. It's
Yeah.
gonna be in there. I think yeah. Hey, it could just sit there, and if somebody someday decides that they want to buy my Grossman, then fantastic. But if nobody want, I'm not like in a hurry to sell it. Honestly, like I don't have any debts. That's the really cool thing. I think, at least for me, is I don't have any debts. I know some people, they have college loans, 300,000, 200,000, 100,000 in college debt, and I'm really happy that I didn't like take out loans to pay for college because and that would be very unpleasant to deal with. Joe 92 pound super chat read my Paul wants to be a plumber. It's a pipe dream.
It's a pipe dream.
Right now any kind of manual labor job, but not too manual labor, kind of like electrician, plumber, tile work. That's good stuff. It's in high demand, and you'll always have something to do. Also, Mr. G says one debt you must not have is a credit card debt. Yeah, credit card debt is bad, but if you could use credit card instead of using cash and not increase your spending unnecessarily, then you know you could save some money.
Let me throw something else, just a wrench in there for a second. How about the people? I don't know the percentage that spend ridiculous money on entertainment, the kind of entertainment like cocaine, angel dust, uh, that kind of stuff.
Angel dust, that's a
You
big
know,
expense.
yeah, I
Uh,
don't know. My guess it is, and they don't need to. You know,
mhm.
crazy world out there,
Well,
Europe, but
look.
also Canada. But I'm a smaller population, right? So
Let me just to go back to this because we deviated quite far, but I have this graph on the screen for a reason, okay? And this is the reason that this is the problem that's going to be really bad for the watch industry, okay? Because right now we're in year 2023. We're at 8 billion population, right? And in today's year, and the population is going to be growing extremely slowly, capping at 10.4 billion in 2086, right? That's extremely steady grow, extremely slow, I think, increase in population compared to the increase in population since 1950s, right? Because Rolex as a brand, they started out in 1950s, and since then the population went up 4 times, right? And the company was able to grow with the population. They always were selling their watches at the maximum, um, like matching the population. As population grows, demand grows, right? There's just more people to buy stuff, but that's not going to be true anymore. So these companies, they have to somehow sell as many watches this year as the last year, but they don't have the kind of the beauty of increased population, basically creating new demand, right? So it's going to be a problem. You see what I mean? Do you understand
uh,
what I'm trying to point out over
people
here?
people won't even want. I hope that's not the decline of my life, Tim. Is that a parallel to the decline of Daniel Katz? I hope not.
See, Daniel
You got me scared, Tim.
Daniel Katz is going to live here forever,
Oh yeah.
but he's not going to be buying additional watches because he got his wristwatch needs met. He's going with the hob ring, and
Well, I that it hasn't come, and if there's any surprises, I might call the guy and say, "Look, give it to another guy." But right now, I'm going to get Hubry. And
exactly.
I got the Explorer. I found that.
When are you getting it back in your hand?
The Hubry. I don't. Oh, the Explorer. It's just a matter of
Explore.
meeting my sister maybe this weekend.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
And I phoned Rolex. They said, "Don't worry about it. After 4 months of non-use, it should go like no problem."
You called Rolex to ask them about that?
I didn't have to ask them. You already told me there's no problem with these things. They can stay
Yeah.
on
They can
forever.
stay in the box for
But that
4
was my
years.
idiosyncrasy. I was being an ass, and I was checking.
It's cool.
The accuracy of the watch. Like, no, it should be fine.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I was just being silly. But
Hey,
go
by
ahead.
the way, shout out to PM for 10 pounds super chat for a beer. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah. We'll have a beer later. Maybe maybe on Sunday for the beer and cigars special episode. But yeah, look, Red, I think as you know, this these brands, and also since 1950s, they developed technology to be able to make more watches faster than ever. So
Yeah.
they just capped out. They hit the manufacturing ceiling, right? We're literally making more watches in Switzerland than there's people to buy them. That's how interconnected the world is right now. It's crazy. So it's a there's no solution to this issue. There's no like like what would you call it? The capitalist solution.
Well, maybe after the election, look, maybe after the election in your country, there might be
Mhm.
some change. There's people or have other concerns, and there's that election might be psychological. Who knows? The other thing is, uh, the was it? Uh, Damn it! I forgot what I was going to say. I hate that. I was going to
Hmm.
go ahead. What I can't remember, Tim. Just carry on the conversation.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, no, I'm just saying this. I think this is going to be a big problem for the watch market. Just there's nobody else to buy it. They create. They're just gonna have to
Oh,
start
now I
making
remember.
something else
Now I
to.
now I remember. The
Uh-huh.
the whole business about good marketing, I thought, was to create a new an expanded interest for people that haven't been into watches at all. Somehow, putting the message out to people in maybe in a
Uh,
certain
I don't think
way.
this is possible, Daniel, because with modern advertising techniques, right? Everyone who who could buy already bought, or they will never buy. It's just because everyone is on social media. Like 2.5 billion people are using Twitter,
Yeah.
right? That's or like Facebook. That's basically anyone who can afford is definitely on the internet, right? So they know about this stuff because they've been
No, yes
advertised to.
and no. We're bombarded with information and disinformation all the time. We're
Mhm,
bombarded to the point where people, young people, that's where the aim should be, younger people in their 20s or whatever, not that they can get it right yet, but they certainly get maybe a Seiko or a Citizen, and reaching out to them. When you're bombarded with information, it's like a horse with blinders on. They're just focused on the stuff they want to be focused on, and they wipe out with their finger anything that hints at advertising about anything else, or looking at YouTube about watches. Somehow, with that problem in mind, it's not really a problem; it's a challenge.
mhm,
Marketers have to find a way of showing what a nice thing this is. Like maybe a favorite actor, the ambassadorship should increase with soccer stars, football stars, and so on, wearing watches as ambassadors to a company. And those people say, "What's that?" Well, this is this watch, and it kind of connects to them, and then they'll maybe look into watches more and see how wonderful it is, and promoting horology and the whole thing about clocks and whatever. And you're going to have to be part of that. The message could say you can be part of that, you in the plural,
mhm.
and by owning just a simple piece that's affordable. And then later they start thinking of moving up from that piece, the Citizen or the Boulevard or whatever. It's about reaching out to a market that's not interested, but get them interested.
But
I
I
hate
think
what I'm
that's
saying,
just.
but
I think we're at the point where everyone's aware and they're either interested or not. There's no. There's nobody else undecided. There's no people who are undecided on watches.
let's hope, Tim.
Like
That's looking at that glass half
it's
empty.
just been advertised to death by so many
Yeah, but
people, and it
that
even
means
went mainstream
okay.
with being
Let me
used
play.
as some kind of investment
Okay,
vehicle.
let me be a devil's advocate for a second. You might be
Okay.
right, but let me play a devil's advocate.
Okay.
It's just you haven't, not you, Tim. Right? I'm talking about you, the marketers, haven't found the smoking gun, so to speak, to attract people yet to this. it's saturated with people that sort of know about watches already, and they're just not interested. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people just don't know about anything about horology or clocks or watches, and just think, oh, I have my own iPhone. Why would I need a watch? It's selling the idea of a piece of jewelry that could be affordable and stays with you beyond your life to someone, uh, that you love past your life, that it can carry on, that it doesn't break down. Even the affordable pieces, as long as they're serviced. It's about reaching out to people. I didn't know that crowd, not the ones that aren't interested. Period. The ones that realize that you can have a timepiece that is timeless and has nothing to do about telling the time. It's about having something that is really nice, that is a mechanism that does show the time, but it's just appreciating something that represents time, and it's a piece of jewelry and a bunch of other stuff that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, but I think, and because like if you have enough money to be able to afford one, then you have internet. If you have internet, then at some point you probably heard about this stuff
And you
and you
might be right.
decided to either go
You
this
might
way
be
or
right.
not this way.
I know you might be right, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping. I'm hoping, for the sake of the industry, I'm hoping that there's just this temporary low in the wave
Mhm.
of economics, that there's just not the interest right now. But the interest could build up. I somehow got interested, and I think other humans, for whatever reason, might get interested, as long as they're not struggling to put food on the table.
Well, your family is really educated in the arts, so it's not surprising that you know about watches because watches is a type of art, and y-
Yeah.
your
Well, it's,
family has so much. Your mother was a painter, your
yeah.
father was an artist, your brother was a painter. Yeah, so you're educated about this stuff, but
A
a
little
lot
bit.
of people
I
they're
don't
not even
claim.
kind of interested in it.
I don't claim to know 0.0% of what Double D knows. Okay,
Mhm. No,
but
no, the Double D is a really smart guy. He definitely knows something I don't know,
yeah, yeah,
because he's killing it. He's killing it, man.
yeah, yeah. Double D.
Joe 90, let me just get these super
Double D
chats.
has
Joe
virtue.
90 is going to kill you, Daniel, for cuz anyways, he says a pal wanted to be a plumber, plans went down the pan. There you go. He was mad because Daniel, you were going on and on and on, and he wanted to read the super chat. Uh, Manny, Timmy running some errands. Everyone, please do not forget to upvote and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Manny, Miami Manny, thank you so much for the super chat and the reminder, guys. If you're watching the show, make sure to upvote. Let's get to 50 upvotes. I got other watches from Motor to take to show you, and we're gonna try to see what is going on with the watch market. What are the issues and what are the solutions? Because like this number one solution where we're hitting the population cap. All right, I don't know. I think we're getting to the point where it's just too many people are making watches too fast
Maybe
for it's
the
going
real
to yeah.
the real solution is for Daniel Cass to shut up.
Well, no.
I apologize. To
Even
Cass.
Daniel, even because the production numbers for watches is going up every year so exponentially that even Daniel, even if what you said was not wrong, if it was correct, that it would just delay this wristwatch apocalypse by a couple of years. It's like the Terminator movie, how the Judgment Day, it could not be actually stopped. It could only be
Right.
postponed.
Did you see all
Same.
the episodes, by the way? Did you see all of them, Tim?
I think so.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, Terminator. It's great. It's a great movie,
okay.
right?
I think I saw one or two.
Oh my god. I saw the part 4 when I was here in the United States. The first 3, I think I watched them. in Ukraine, or the first two. I remember watching Terminator 2. You know that? Oh no, 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 Terminator 1. You know the intro where the tank is going over these skulls. Well, I
Damn,
was watching.
I can't remember now. Damn it! I can't.
No, it's a
I
great
did
intro.
see
It
it.
was scary. It made me poop in my pants.
Oh, come on.
Uh, I remember watching it on TV, like at 11 o'clock at night on this shitty TV. Good times. Anyways, it's a good movie. I might rewatch it soon. Billy says, I just bought a new Apple Watch. It cost me $800. I traded in my old one. And I'm not buying any luxury watches this year. No. See? There's
Yeah, yeah.
people taking out entire years. They're burned out. There's people that burned out on watches. There's too many watches, and then I don't know. There's lack of innovation right now. Everybody's making the same thing. It's a little bit boring. I could see how normal people, who are in the hobbies, not religiously, they have no
Yeah.
stake in this game, how they could like just take a couple of years off. Right now, those Tissot PRXs, sorry, Tissot PRXs, that's such a smash hit. Everyone is wearing one, Daniel.
Yeah.
And the truth is, that's probably all you need. The Tissot PRX, probably as much as anyone could need out of a watch. It's a
Uh,
good design, good movement. It's steel, waterproof, accurate, huge power reserve.
well, yeah. Between this group and the other group that used to be with us, one could be caught up in the illusion that the average person has these bunch of 30, 40, 50, 100,000, $200,000 watches. And it's just not so. We're talking about the 0.01% perhaps of the populace that has that kind of collection. Between the people in your group that are here and
Hmm.
the other group that I won't get into that used to be with us. You know, if you kept on watching people watching those two streams, they'd be under the illusion that they here, that's the average person owning all these watches. I'm talking too much again.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This being in these live streams
Right,
could be really deceiving. It might make you think that people have more watches than they actually do, right?
right,
What you
right.
mean? Yeah, it's true.
Well, we'll start
The
believing
people who
that
collect watches, they have really a lot at stake. They got a lot of watches.
people might be under the illusion even that if they're getting illusion like watches, like they could be under the illusion that I came from the 1920s. I sent you a couple of the things on WhatsApp of my previous life in Atlantic City. I think I said it sent it to you.
Yes.
Yeah, they could think that I come from that time, or that I don't come from that time, or whatever.
Well, but I think the point is, it's like there's going to be what was it called? The Judgment Day, right? There's going to be there is a Judgment Day coming for the wristwatch space. At some point, there's going to be so many watches. It's
Uh,
just the flood of watches. Going to be so many watches. Uh,
which judge are
and
we talking about, Tim? Judge Cannon? Which judge?
the
Sorry, inside joke.
yeah, it's the no the nuclear. It's
Oh,
the wristwatch
Judgment Day.
apocalypse.
Oh
You know
yeah,
how there was a quartz crisis?
yeah.
Well, we have an over manufacturing crisis, and this crisis it's actually uh, it's actually kind of coming for watches and other industries as well.
Okay. Are we sure? Is like, oh, hey, Katz, can you expand a little on what you were saying? No. Joe, I'm gonna shut up. Okay, Joe, don't worry about it. I'm shutting up.
He's being funny.
Uh,
Um, hey, well, look, let's overproduction, right? That was just the point number one, and I think this is a really valuable point, and it's going to be interesting to see how the markets are going to deal with the over manufacturing that's going on. Okay, part two, bullet point two, inflated,
It's only part
unsold
two. We've only got
inventory.
to part two.
We're only on to the part two. Sorry. I'm gonna try to go quickly through the rest. Okay, we're not gonna spend an hour dissecting each one of these anymore. The rising number of unsold watches has led to a surplus that's difficult to manage. Yeah, that's right. I heard Jomo shop warehouses are overflowing with unsold Breitlings. They have them stacked floor to ceiling, and they're starting to tip over and crush people. It's just a mountain of unsold watches. Entire warehouse. What are you going to do? These rectangular Breitlings cannot be sold. We'll never be able to sell them. And there's just too many. It's not a temporary issue, but a structural crisis. Yeah, this is definitely a crisis. What do you do? I mean, you created a shit watch, okay, and that's completely impossible to sell. And unfortunately, unlike if this was some kind of I don't know, burger, eventually it would spoil, but you can, you can at least you can use it as fertilizer for Earth, with the spoiled food. But with a watch, a really shitty designed Breitling, it's just pointless. There's no, it has no purpose to exist in this world. So it's a big problem.
I
These
think you're
watches. But what? I'm what?
overgeneralizing. I think.
How about overgeneralizing? What are you gonna do? These Breitlings. There's so many of these rectangular Breitlings. They will never be sold. Jomo Shop has 10,000 of them.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah, and more are being made. And there's just so many watches that are being produced that they will never be sold because there's just too many of them. So these warehouses are stacked, and this unsold. And the thing is, with watches, because they're out of style, a lot of these models want, like, people buy them when they're released for that fun of having something new and exciting, and then later, there, if you didn't buy it when it was released, then there's really no point of buying it later, because by then there's going to be already maybe a cheaper, better watch. So you're not gonna spend that money. So it's just completely unsellable. It's gonna sit in the warehouse for eternity, because like, why would anybody buy it? If they
and
didn't buy it in the beginning.
there's a problem with what you just said
What's the
because,
problem?
well, planet Earth may not exist for eternity, so I don't know what's going
Right.
to happen in the warehouse.
That's another problem. By 2086, the population is gonna stop growing on Earth. We will have reached the maximum human population that's possible. So we'll see. The watches will take on a completely different meaning by then. Dave F451, I still can't believe some of your past panelists sucking up and begging to give their ads their money. Unbelievable, but true.
OC. Um,
It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, I was getting kind of stuff in the beginning when it was hard to get. I got so many watches from my AD, including the stupid white dial Daytona. Uh, it's funny, and then it's such an overproduced watch.
Has the Daytona gone down? I keep forgetting
Oh
what.
yeah, but it seems to have kind of stopped going below 25,000. I think that's where it dropped to. I know European. There's even one for 30,000 for some reason.
I
So
got to
there's
decide about that ring. I really like it, but if everything's turning into mush, it's not like I bought it to resell it; it's to hold on to it.
yes.
I might still get it. As
But
long,
if you can get it later for cheaper, right, on the gray
well,
market,
I
then what's
already,
the rush?
yeah, yeah. No, this is
But
really hard to get. I think I might
yeah,
try to keep it because no one's
you
making
should
that.
keep it. Yeah, nobody else is getting this
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So at least you'll bring it to Watch Time New York, or maybe Dubai Watch Week.
No, wait a minute. If it's ready, if the dealer is
Uh
in,
huh.
it's called, was it Horology by the Sea? I'm not sure where it is, but
Hmm.
it's in
It's
California.
by the sea. It
It's by
says
the,
it's in the name.
so with the group of us, if there's time, we can all head out there and do a stream of me getting my watch from the dealer if he has it ready.
In Toronto,
No, in California when we go to
in
LA.
LA.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let's go pick up your
he
Habring, Daniel.
just might be ready. It might
That could
be,
be so freaking cool.
that might be cool. And then we can
Wow.
look at his other stuff that's in the
Yeah.
store. You see this
Yeah.
guy?
See what else they have there for
Yeah, it's
sale.
he's more on independent pieces. This guy
Mhm. Mhm.
seems like a nice fella, Brandon. So
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Wow. And he's in LA? That's
Well, I don't know.
so
He's in I gotta look it up.
yeah, okay, look it
Look
up.
up,
Look it
look it
up.
up. Yeah.
Make sure it's not like in San Francisco.
No, it might be outside. Here, you want to look it up? I'll look it up. Okay, I'll look it up. You
But
do.
look, I don't think Habring is a small enough brand, and they're always, I think, they're not going to have a problem of unsold inventory. Because
It's like
uh
it's like
yeah,
a very very small amount, and
yeah.
if someone wants the piece, and this is what companies are doing,
How many they would make per
they'll
month?
wait. You wait 6 months for it to arrive.
You
They
see,
make it.
that's why I think, buying an independent like Habring could be a safer buy long term than getting a watch like a mass produced watch from a conglomerate like Breitling or Cartier. That's why I'm like, Daniel. That's why I told you I have no problem with you picking up Habring. I
Yeah,
think it's a smart move. You're getting something different, something unique. You're not just following the herp like the rest of the
you
sheep.
know that collector.
Getting another
The
Rolex.
the collector emailed me back.
Hmm.
Bill. Was it
Bill
Bill?
Sanders,
Yeah. And
nice.
yeah, he said you're a wise choice. It's a great piece, for the funds. Like it's like welcome to
Welcome to the club.
the club of unique pieces, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
already took the praise. You can't cancel now. No matter, even if we found out tomorrow that the Habrings are gonna become worthless, you still have to buy it. You already took all this credit
yeah,
for
yeah,
getting one.
yeah.
You can't back out now.
Well, he says that he'll find another buyer if for some reason something.
No, no, but
I
you
think
already
I'm gonna.
announced it. You already
Yeah,
announced it that you're getting it
yeah,
publicly.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I like it. It should be okay.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to see it, Daniel.
And if I'll look it up. If Horology by the Sea is within striking distance, maybe we'll drive over there.
Hmm.
The group of us make
Yes.
a thing of it.
We want to see some independence. This could be a great activity, something to do for us while we're there.
Yeah.
We don't want to just sit on our hands whole day. Uh, by the way, another reason that the watch market is done is the rising cost and commercial pressure. The costs associated with managing and storing accumulated stock have become a significant concern. Maintaining such a large inventory consumes resources, increasing the operational burdens and contributing to financial pressure. Whoa.
Hmm.
Get it? This is a problem because they've got all this storage to pay for. And yeah, like even Jomoshev, right? Holding all that inventory is not free. They got air conditioning to pay for. There's bills that are racking up.
Well, I think it's probably more. There's probably more to do like with insurance because the more stock you
Insurance,
have,
yeah.
it's probably pushing the insurance costs up. There's probably to an extent as well. Is there actually room to actually store any more? Not just the watches, but all the boxes and all the stuff that goes along with
The
it.
boxes. Oh, no
Uh
wonder
huh.
Apple. is like every year reducing the things that they give you
Yeah.
with their iPhone. First, they took away the charging brick. Now, then the headphones, then the little adapter. Now you only get the cable. Next, the
Yeah,
cable is
yeah.
going to be gone.
I thought you
Uh,
were a consideration. Like, look at the
yeah,
size of a
a
Speedmaster
box.
box. Like, even or yeah,
The Speedmaster
it's
box
huge,
went down in size,
huge. It's huge.
but
So
yeah, it's the box alone. It's heavy. It's very difficult to transport. Right, the shipping costs alone must be killing them.
Bad news.
What's the bad news, Daniel?
Yeah,
Oh
Horizon
no,
by the Sea is in Encinitas, California, which is 95 kilometers south of LA. So it's
95.
you'll
what?
never make that journey, Daniel. You're too old. You'll never make that journey. It's too far.
Especially if
It's
I
too far.
walk.
It's too far. Too far, Daniel.
Thank you for
Your
that.
body couldn't cope.
All right.
Oh,
Especially I try to run there, Tim.
oh yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm not going to run 95 kilometers to get it.
95
And,
kilometers
and
is
that's
quite
going
a
to,
distance.
could you imagine? That's like 3 hours to get there, 3 hours to get back. No one's going to waste their time to do that. So I'll just,
I
maybe
don't
he'll come
mind.
up. Maybe I'll have him come up, meet us. That might be a thing.
Oh yeah,
If he
that
meets us, and we'll put him on the stream.
but we could do a live stream if we go to them. What is that? Like an hour and a half drive, maybe two
How,
hour drive.
I don't. I'm not good at this. I haven't driven that distance.
2 hour drive. Maybe just the three of us or the four of us. We take one car, or maybe somebody, one of the locals, if someone is cool, they want to help us. Because I don't think we can take an Uber
You're still
detour.
driving, Daniel? You still drive?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Uh,
I
No, they
did
took
give
uh,
up.
away his license after
I
he
did
hit
give
that
up the
woman.
car, but I got the license. I mean, I don't have to pay the
I,
rent.
like I'll be testing you. You know the way they do so like mandatory retest here now, like on older people, but I'll be testing you every week. So it's
Yeah, thanks, Dirk. Take the Amtrak. Tim,
Yo,
if you want
Dirk.
to take the Amtrak. Yeah.
Hey, Dirk, are you gonna come hang out with us at the Animal House on Friday night?
I want Dirk to drive his Ferrari down, and park it up outside the
Bring the
house.
Ferrari. Come
Bring the
on,
Ferrari,
Dirk.
Dirk. Yeah, bring the
And
Ferrari.
the new watch. He got a new watch, I believe.
Oh, again.
Mm.
Yeah. So get over to the Animal House. Okay. There's two more points here. We got exacerbating the problem with price increases. Some companies have tried addressing this crisis by raising watch prices to mitigate losses. However, this strategy has made watches less attractive to a consumer, particularly with the decline in demand for luxury goods. These price increases have reinforced the perception that the crisis is more significant than initially thought.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Just
Hmm.
hold on. I want to. It's a digression, but I just friendly. I want to
Hey,
take. Hi,
Manny.
man. I want to just take a friendly issue with our friend Red about
Yeah.
Okay.
too old to get over to Encinitas. Look, I walked into the pharmacy. Hear me out. I walked into the pharmacy, a new pharmacy, just near the building, and the ladies, the sweet ladies, Asian ladies, said to me, "Oh, you look so young." Pause. For my age. And I said, "What age is
Wow.
that?" 143.
Wow.
Well,
143
Daniel,
years
they were just
old.
trying to sell you something, so they were just trying to sell you stuff that they don't want anymore.
Yeah,
They were
maybe.
trying to sell you the equivalent of of a full gold Rolex out the back there, some sort of potion or lotion, that they're never going to sell it to anyone else, and they trying to do it new.
Um, who knows? Uh,
Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $5 super check. Christopher Walkens have developed a method for putting watches in suspended animation. It could be useful to the Swiss watch industry.
That's very good. Yes, that's the Captain Coons. That's the Captain Coons storage method. So it is.
Oh my God. Hey,
Christopher
Manny.
Walken is still with us, man. I think he's
Hey,
still
hey
with us.
Timmy. Hey Red.
Hey,
How you
Hey
doing?
Daniel.
hi.
Hey, we're talking watch industry, watch market collapse. I think it's good. The judgment day for the watch industry is coming. It's inevitable. It's only a matter of when and not of like whether it can be fixed. It's gonna happen. It has to happen almost.
I agree.
And
It's like you were saying earlier. Too many pieces
mm,
are out there,
yes,
and
already
not enough
already there's
buyers,
too many
right?
pieces.
Tim, do you
Yes.
think, Manny, do you think I should hold on to this rare piece?
Oh, look at this.
Let me
Daniel
see.
Cat's got one of one.
You know,
Oh, romancing the stone.
romancing the stone.
Very nice. Yes, you should keep it.
What?
All right.
What? What is romancing the stone?
Oh, it's a movie with where Mike Douglas, is that Michael? I think it's Michael Douglas, plays
Yeah.
this adventure with this woman actress trying to find the stone in some jungle.
And
But
is that the
basically,
stone?
yeah, could be.
Looks
It's
like it,
from
yeah.
the yeah. It could
Looks
be a
like
prop from the movie.
Yeah.
It could be the one from the movie. Somebody just accidentally sold it
Maybe
at the
Dollar store at the
yeah.
Asian
You
dollar
might
store.
be holding like a $500,000 prop from a
emerald.
movie there, Daniel. You got to be
Yeah.
careful with it.
Daniel,
they're
why
not
did you buy that for? Why did you buy that? That's like we actually have one of those in the house too, be it that it's like a diamond, it's the same sort of size. But it was actually my 4-year-old daughter like wanted it because it looked nice, Why have you bought something like that? What purpose could you have for that, Daniel?
Just to show it on the stream, Red.
Okay.
Red, he's going to make a ring to take to
Daniel
LA.
prepared material for the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes,
You know, Red, just to get a laugh out of you,
Yeah.
it was worth it, you know?
Yeah.
Best dollar Daniel has ever spent.
That's right. No, it wasn't. It was $4.
$4.
Hey, Daniel, I heard the good news about the Explorer yesterday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. I was too preoccupied with another worry. Tim, remember I was crying in front of roommate. Am I going to be okay? Because I have to take blood tests over something, and she basically shut me down.
Yeah.
You got nothing to worry about.
I
But
know.
yeah,
You're
it's
freaking
just
out.
yeah, like but yeah, I'm happy I got the watch. Well, she still has it, but we're going to meet on Sunday, and I'll
You're
get
happy that she found it.
She found it at the
Yeah.
store, right, Manny?
Yeah.
Yep. That's good news.
The worst is didn't happen. So she's passed the test.
That's right. That's right.
She could have kept it and sold
No,
it
she's
and
not
made
like
like
that.
5,000.
You haven't met her. She's not like that. She's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So are you going to wear that to LA?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, look, we're going to a do. I might as well wear something I haven't worn in a while.
Yeah.
What was that, Tim?
Oh, Billy says, Timmy, find out if Daniel wants to pay your 2,000 back for the meme. Because I bought your Ming. So for the Ming, if you
Oh,
want to
the
buy
Ming.
the Ming back.
No, not right now.
You sure, Daniel, you don't want to buy your
I
Ming
like
back?
that watch, but I don't think you're going to
It's a
lose on
great
that.
watch. I don't think I
Because
would sell it back for 2,000.
It just attracted enough that it's not part of this conversation of things that are dropping. Ming make
Yeah.
stuff after people made the order. That's how Ming works it. And other companies are doing the same. The smaller brands are doing that.
That sounds like
What?
Helium watches as well. So does they make stuff after they get the order?
Yeah.
After they get the money?
Yeah.
Don't like that.
It's a different way of doing business. When you're dealing with the old style, they're surviving on a lot of staff, a lot of people that work within the company of, let's say, JLC or Omega, and you gotta be able to pump them out. You can't work the same way as Ming. But I understand what Ming's doing also. It makes sense. And the other companies that Red was referring to.
Yeah.
I'm
Timmy,
really
I put a
happy with
link
that
on
Ming.
the private chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it up. Daniel, I know you like independence.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of this brand before. It's a German independent.
I have.
Oh, you have?
They're good.
Okay.
They're
You can
very
actually
good.
configure your watches on their website and have it built
I think
to your spec.
no, wait a minute. Did Curry Voutilainen buy them out? I can't remember, but they're good.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Really, Kari Voutilainen wanted to buy them out.
he's become a bit of a businessman, not just a
Well,
watchmaker now.
yeah,
He makes cases and stuff, his people, for other brands.
and the dials.
And maybe the dials, yeah. Like he's done stuff for MB&F also. Like he is
Really?
he's a survivor in that even if there's a slightly slow market for his stuff, he's got other stuff out there for other.
Is it still him himself doing all the dials, or
Maybe
does he have people that
he's
that
got
do it?
people, but you know what? If you're that
Uh-huh.
good a watchmaker, you probably schedule in so many hours of watchmaking because you don't want to lose your talent. You want to
Really?
keep it going. So I'm sure he's got people helping with the business end, but he's probably in meetings dealing with costs and boring stuff like Max Busser with his company,
Mhm,
but because he has to, it's his baby, his company. And he now owns another German company. I'm not sure if it's Dornbluth. I
mhm.
think it's a German company, but he's also making cases. He's making dials. He's doing stuff for other people, and I hope, anyways, that he is doing some work as a watchmaker himself. That's a good question. I hope he is.
Right.
Yeah, I saw a review. Somebody reviewed the company a day or
Jordan
two
Bluth?
ago, and yeah, they have a very small team in Germany,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they use all the old machines still.
isn't that
So they
nice?
don't
Wow.
use CNC machines. All the machinery they have. I think he was saying that the newest machine they have was like 80 years old or something like that. So it was kind of interesting.
How many watches did they say they make per year?
I don't know. I don't think it said. Probably a couple hundred, right, at most.
Mhm.
But it's a very
Wow.
small team. But what was kind of cool on their website, you could actually configure it.
See,
Well, you have some parameters, right? You have limitations, but you can select the case material, you can select the dial, the hands. You have some configuration you could do. Yeah, I had never heard of them before, so it's interesting that Daniel who knows who they were.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Okay,
They're
and
good.
Daniel is huge into independence. That's
right,
why he's
right,
buying the Habring, I guess, because it's a great independent, great
The back
story.
the back of the movement is not as worked over, but he's said in a lot of his talks, Richard Habring,
Mhm.
that's with his wife Maria,
hmm
that the focus is making something that's that's unique, but not putting all the time, which means money, into doing the design, making it look pretty.
Unnecessary
gotcha.
Yeah, and it has its
visual.
place, but he just does the necessary beveling
Yeah,
and smoothing
only the
out.
necessary stuff.
Yeah, because the whole point is having someone with a really nice watch has a nice dial, without
Right,
having to spend thousands of dollars on it.
right.
But he could do the high end stuff, the super high end stuff too.
Mhm.
So did you order
Oh,
that watch?
fuck.
Pardon me.
Did you order the Habring already?
Uh, I I had a chat with the guy in California, and we have an understanding that it's for me in. So it's an unusual. It's not an official order. So he can say, "Sorry, Daniel, we decided not to give it to you. The watchmaker can't do this or that." But he's been kind enough to arrange this with me, so I don't have to put a down payment on it.
Okay,
So I'm just gonna. He calls me, and then I give him my credit card number, and then it's done, and then I transfer the funds to pay off the credit card later. That same day, that same week. I'm not gonna
right.
It's gonna be
leave
a
it.
lot of points. What credit card are you gonna use to make this purchase? Or is this it might have to be a wire transfer.
No, Tim. Wire transfers is a pain in the butt when it's beyond a few $1,000s.
Yes,
Doing it. So
and
I'm,
the, and
I'm
the
gonna
fees
do
are
the credit.
crazy too.
Yeah, so I'll just do the credit card, then pay it the same day, transfer it between my accounts, and pay off the credit card that same day or the next day.
Right, and get your points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's worth opening a new credit card where, because, for example, you know that Gold American Express,
Well,
they give
you're,
you $900 in points if you spend 6,000 in the
but
first
don't
6
you have to
months.
pay $1,000? You're like got a PhD in credit cards, Tim. But
Yeah.
don't you have to pay a bunch of money up front to have American Express? I don't know.
No,
Yeah, it's
not
like,
to have an American Express. I used to have the gold card when I used to travel a lot for business
Right.
because I got I got priority seating, which was great, and boarding.
nice.
That was very
Yes.
nice. But when I
Yes.
stopped traveling, then you have the annual fee, which what is it, 250? I think for the gold card, Timmy.
Now it's 325. They increased the
So they
price.
increased it.
Yes.
But you're saying even though there's this charge 325, you get these points, which kind of knocks it down.
Yeah, getting the points knocks it down a little bit, and they give you a few like benefits, few ways to get some value back. So, for example, on the gold one, you get $10 every month towards an Uber, and Uber is so expensive now; it's not even
It
worth getting.
is.
Yeah.
Yo! When I was coming from Geneva, I got scammed by Uber. They scammed me
Yeah.
because there's this bullshit situation right now at JFK. Is that they're building a new terminal. So in order to get an Uber, they don't want traffic there. You have to take a bus. They got this bus free shuttle,
The
which
shuttle.
when you're at the airport, you take the shuttle and they take you out of the airport area where they set up a little pickup area,
For the
and
Uber.
and then you order Uber from there. And when I was ordering Uber from regular airport, it used to cost me like $58, which is that's really a lot. During COVID, it was $30, and now it's like 58. It's like
Yeah.
insanely expensive. But guess what? And when I had to take the Uber, they take you out, okay, on this bus
Yeah.
into this area in the middle of freaking nowhere, okay, completely remote out of anywhere in the world. Okay, you can't get a car out there, you can't get a bus out there. The only way to get out of there is Uber. And then Uber slapped a $94 fee on the ride. I was so
Uh,
pissed when I
my
came back from Geneva. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like a robbery, daylight robbery." Everyone who's taking that shuttle to take Uber out of they're getting robbed. But luckily, this time when I was flying, I just called this Russian taxi company, and it cost me $40
Okay.
to get.
oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
which is much better. So if you guys come to New York, I'll give you the number for the taxi. Do not take the Uber from JFK. You will get daylight robbed.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Yeah,
By the
it'll
way,
be.
has roommate recovered yet from the trip? Is she
She's working still.
okay?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. By the way, shout out to Alex Watchaholic. He got the new Baltic. Look at this.
Oh, nice.
Alex has got so
It's
many.
with the stone.
He good for him. That's hard to
Yeah,
get. The stone one, the Baltic.
really, they're
Those
tough
are
to get.
gone. Now here's the opposite story, Tim.
Really,
These things are going like hotcakes. You can't get,
really.
and I think Baltic, Manny, they do the same thing. It's you order them and then they do another batch.
Okay.
And
Wow.
they'll order, who knows, they may make a couple hundred. They figure out, to the number of people that are making the order. So it's a whole different thing. And yeah, it's interesting to see that.
Oh wow, they're sold out. You're right.
Where are they
The
based
green.
out of?
I think they're Swiss, but or
No, but
maybe they're Chinese. They're Chinese, right?
the movement was Chinese. They may have changed it, but I think
It doesn't say Swiss made on the dial.
Wait a minute, no, they changed it. I think it's the ETA 7001. They changed it, I think, but it's damn good. Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's ETA.
yeah.
Manual wine ETA Presso.
7001.
Wow.
Their wind up is
How much were these?
a couple of thousand. It's
What?
good. It's reliable.
It's really freaking because this is
It
the
is.
kind of stone dials that you get on the day date, on the Rolex solid gold day date.
Yeah,
Baltic undercut Rolex by putting those same stones. They're like, yeah, you know what? These stones
Look
are
at that.
actually
Look at
really
that.
cheap.
So that's
And-
actual stone, that
Yeah.
dial?
yeah. It was so.
Holy. It's
It's so.
only 1,350.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
cheap.
But wristwatchaholic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Canadian.
You got very lucky. How
The
did you
Canadian
buy it?
dollar's not worth whatever, so that's why I said close to 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll sell you one, Daniel. Look.
I mean, I guess I guess it is kind of, close, but hey, this is so incredible. How did you get one, Alex? It's re- I think this is a really good price. You get a lot of value for
Yeah,
this watch, right? Look, there's
yeah.
the movement, right?
Yeah,
Very
it's a
clean.
reliable
Yeah,
7001 at a movement. Yeah.
yeah. It's just
Some
the
of them,
finished really cleanly.
yeah,
There's
some
an inscription says New York. Wow, limited to 200 pieces. Green
right.
jade.
Now these guys are
Only
not.
200. Look at
Look at
that
that.
shot.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Holy shit.
yeah.
That looks
You're
really
thinking,
good.
aren't you thinking like, who's it? There's a German brand that makes watches like this, but they're crazy expensive. I forgot which one. Not what's the name? Think of a couple of brands that do the Fume dials, guys.
Yeah.
That's a German brand. I forgot what they're called, but the guy's a race car driver. Was a race car driver also, as well as a watchmaker. It's his company. And you're talking about $20,000 for that watch, and here you
Oh,
got
wow.
movement,
Hey,
and the
look
whole
at this.
thing's
They're still available on Teddy Baldessari's website.
Oh, Teddy sells them too?
Anybody wants one? Anybody wants? Any buyers? Oh ho ho! Look, they're all available still on Teddy. If you want to buy one, you
yeah.
have to do it now, guys.
Let me see the
If you
blue one. Does he have the blue one?
Yeah, he has the blue one, of course. Look at the look at the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's vicious. Look
Look
at
at that.
that. Oh my god, it's an actual stone dial. Daniel, what are you waiting for? Spend the inheritance money. This is what it was designed for.
right.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Wow. And you're buying it from Teddy. It's a reliable source.
Yeah.
It's a reliable dealer.
And it even has quick releases on the strap. Did you see that?
Yeah. And there's a bracelet version, but I don't even think you need a bracelet version, right? Just the one on the strap
On the
looks
strap,
good
yeah.
enough. Look at that.
How's
Look at the
Teddy?
close up.
How's Teddy's store doing? Like he's online, and he's also got.
He opened the store, yeah.
The
I think he's in
physical store.
Ohio, right?
You know what?
I think he's a business genius.
I wonder if he got backing from. Now, I think he had money already, but I
Yes.
wonder if he got backing from Mr. Wonderful.
Maybe.
Oh, well, the collabs were backing in of themselves, right?
Right,
Mr.
right.
Wonderful. He's a very kind of he's a celebrity
Yeah.
from the Shark Tank,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
And he spent his time kind of, making these watch videos.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. So
And he does
And
well on the
worrying
online
about
store,
watches.
too.
Yeah, he's built massive collection.
he seems very nice,
And
with Eddie, but he's rough.
And I think he got a lot of people into watches because he's such a, he's a guy that's, he's not very, very great businessman. I don't know. Like his advice
What do you
doesn't
mean?
make sense a lot of the time.
Who?
I've seen some of his appearances on.
Listen,
like,
I'm not a fan. Don't worry about it. I'm not a fan.
oh, okay, yeah.
I'm
Because
not a fan of.
when Canada sends their people to America, they're not sending the best.
Well, hold on.
But they come to America, they sound like geniuses. So
I would be torn. I don't want to be torn apart by Kevin O'Leary. Okay, like
yeah,
I don't know the guy enough, but I find him too critical. Like he's at his best behavior with Teddy,
Yeah.
That's a different
Yes.
thing. But when he's on Shark Tank,
Yeah,
he
but he's
would
been
be.
kind of, he was wrong about watches.
Oh yeah.
He was been saying the same thing that all the gray market dealers were saying, and he was using that positive thinking
Yeah.
as a way to keep the market going longer than it probably should be going.
Right.
You can only delay this thing for so long because they're making 25 to 35 million new watches a year and stuff like this. This is going to kill the high end market because why the heck would you now spend
Well, stop and think.
50,000 for a
Well, here you go.
Rolex
Here we
day
go.
date?
Here we
Yeah,
go. The thinking of the people that are buying now, like you and I at the Canadian Watch Show, New York Watch Show. What's it called in New York? Watch Time New York.
watch time New
And it was
York.
the
Yeah.
first time there where I was snubbed by someone I won't get into. Don't mention his name, but
Oh yeah.
at Watch Time New York, um, I bumped into some guy who looked like an IT guy, Manny, or I'm not referring to you, but I bumped into someone, a youngish guy, and he was wearing a Baltic. I'm really proud of it. And he got it for 500. He said he was so proud of him. This guy's in money, but he liked the way it had a movement that worked. He was convinced it would work. It was a better in Chinese movement, like it was a reliable Chinese movement that was in there, and he was very happy with it. And it's a movement that can be serviced. That 7001
A
looks good
Baltic.
in that movement right here. It's moved up a grade to the ETA 7001, and that's always been a handsome movement, and it does the job. It can be
Right.
serviced anywhere.
JBB says Mr.
Oh, that's
Wonderful
right,
was
baby.
also promoting the FTX scam.
Yeah, yeah,
He
Presumably,
was.
he didn't know it was a scam. Well,
He was.
somehow this guy is always promoting not very good stuff. This business genius,
Wait a minute.
this
Can
guru,
I
Well, but he was
interview?
promoting it
somehow
for a
he's
reason. He got
so
paid millions
again,
from FTX.
Well,
You know what I
he
mean?
got a.
he
What
didn't
did he
get the
get?
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
He got paid in a certain way that makes him supposedly not involved, but the word presumably can be emphasized there, right?
Right.
well, basically, FTX was gonna pay him after Mr. Wonderful promoted the FTX brand
Okay.
on to his audience, to the people that trust his opinion, right?
And
And
he's going
he
by idea,
promoted it,
right?
but they never paid him because by then
Oh,
he didn't
oh,
have any money left, so they
oh.
couldn't even pay. So he was upset that he's done all this promotion. He told all his audience how great the FTX was,
Oh, right,
but
right,
then
right.
at the end he didn't get paid.
But that saved him too, because he wasn't charged.
Yeah,
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he still promoted it just for free. He's just done free promotion. I don't see how. But anyways,
Well, anyways, what I'm convinced about, I don't really. I'll just say I'm not a fan. I don't know him, so I'm not here to
he's
allegation.
definitely. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's the genius of him is that sometimes he plays dumber than he is. Maybe that's the secret. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
he's playing dumb with us. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He does.
Uh,
And he's
right?
brutal. He's a brutal
Yeah,
businessman.
I
yeah.
just don't. I don't want to. To say hello to him because I have to at some do. I might,
Right.
but I'm not gonna
Same here.
Mr.
be in the
G,
same.
Mr. G, go grab the ball. Take these watches photograph. Like, look at the picture.
Yeah,
And Alex is not even a photographer, and that's already looks freaking gorgeous.
Tim,
So
could I trade this in maybe and get one?
you could trade this in for a Baltic,
Yeah.
one green crystal for a green dial Baltic.
When did Alex get that?
I think just now.
Just now?
Yeah,
That's
Good
nice.
for you, Alex.
this is a wristwatch reveal, almost like an unboxing. But
Yeah.
Very nice.
And Alex
oh
he's got some heavyweight
no,
pieces.
Mr. G, you have to go to Teddy Baldessar's website. They're still available.
Yeah.
Here, get the green one. Look, Mr. G. Let's see it. Get the green one, or like, guys, if you could get one right now, which one would you go for?
The
I think
green
maybe
or the
the
blue?
blue
The blue is
dial
very
one.
nice too, though.
Huh?
That blue is very nice too.
You
The
know what?
lapis lazuli, yeah.
But you know what? That green is close enough to convince me it's like jade.
Yeah, it is jade. It's
That's
actual jade.
It is.
oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh God, I love that one.
I know. You should get one, Daniel. Stop wasting time. Get on Teddy's website. Come on, live a little.
Yeah,
It's a little bit. It's the price of a Ming that you sold me above retail.
yeah. Let me
Get this
think about
one.
that. Yeah, it's a.
Serious.
I just because
Oh.
I've got the other watch coming. Look, I just
But this doesn't even count as a watch because Habring, that's like an $8,000 watch. You know, it's
Yeah.
serious money. But this is 1,300. At least this is not some. You're not gonna buy garbage then anymore, like those Steinhardts.
yeah.
This is like an actually legit watch with a real stone dial. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
My God, if I had the money, I could have had this watch instead of going on the Greece trip.
No, you don't talk like that.
That's
Tim.
how much it's gonna cost me. That's the credit card bills.
Traveling money is a different.
It is.
Well,
That was important for you and the memories with Miss Roommate. No.
Miss
That's
Roommate.
yeah.
Love the Miss Roommate. JBB $9 super chat, just enough to buy a glass of orange juice in Greece.
That's true.
Ouch. Thank you. Yeah, the orange juice. My God, I was addicted to orange juice in Athens. Everywhere you go, you can get
Did
it.
it taste different?
Yeah, it tasted like because it was freshly squeezed.
Right.
They had the oranges right there. They chop them in
Right.
front of you and they squeeze them.
Yeah.
Squeeze those squeeze
And
those
they
sweet,
didn't,
sweet
and they
juice.
didn't and they didn't chop your hand off by accident. They
No, they were amazing. The orange juice. Unfortunately, like in Mykonos and Santorini, you have to be very careful because it's like $5, $6, 7, sometimes €8 for a glass of oranges. That's insane prices. But then in Athens, like you can get oranges for $1.50.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like drinking 3-4 cups of orange juice a day, just because it's
Okay, guys,
so
I'm gonna
so
have to go
good.
there. I'll
Hey,
see you
Red
later.
Shovel,
Okay.
keep the good fight going. So
Back to work.
you paid for my hotel, I paid for your hotel. You owe me like $50, and we're
Yeah, but
square there.
remember that we still have to pay the city tax as well in
The
Geneva.
city
The
tax
city
is
tax.
another $25.
The city tax.
Oh, okay.
I'll never forget. Remember when we were checking out of the hotel in Geneva last time? I just said
Yeah.
about the city tax.
The
And you
city
thought you
tax.
said 2,000.
What the hell? The city tax. Is this they calculate how many times we use their public service and didn't pay for it?
The city tax.
They hit
Right.
you on the
I have
way
to.
out of the hotel.
I seriously have to go here, folks. Okay. I'll see you later.
Good night, Red Shovel.
All right.
Yeah.
See
So
you, Red.
wait,
Daniel. See you.
I'm a little bit slow here. That like we have here, you buy a thing, you're at service at a hotel, and you pay the tax, whatever they get. What's the city tax?
It's just an extra tax to do some extra stuff in the city. They're just like fleecing the. It's just an additional way to fleece a foreigner.
All right.
Do they put it in the same bill, or they give you another bill?
It's just a bill, just as a final fuck you. Hey, you thought you're gonna leave?
Right.
You thought you're gonna leave just like that? Nah. Here you go. Here's another €22 bill before you get out, before you get on the plane. Yeah. What the hell? It's very frustrating. Yeah. I think even in Greece there were. Oh, I have a bill right here. Actually, look. I'll hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's funny. He's got to show us the bill, Manny. Like, well, whatever.
So is Timmy going to both next year?
To where?
He's going to which one in April? Geneva?
He did say Geneva, but it all depends on the funds that come in on his streams.
Hey, look at this bullshit.
Let me see.
Check this out. So this is when we were leaving, just before leaving the hotel, they say,
Put a big
we've got a durability tax.
durability
What
tax.
the heck is a durability tax?
That's because you flushed the toilet too many times.
The toilet, man. That's the toilet durability. That's why you can't flush the paper. It's because it's not durable enough, to take that kind of load.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god! That's why you have to pay the durability tax. Ah, very, very annoying. But hey, we got a few more points here. Why the watch market is struggling. Pressures from the shareholders and distributors. Now, what in the world is that? Major companies are also under pressure from shareholders demanding higher profits.
Oh, that makes sense. It actually makes sense. You see, when you're building infrastructure, do I know anything about business? I couldn't even get past that first year of business school, and I walked out of it. But saying that, you're in infrastructure of a business, Tim, where the funds are being driven by shareholders or whatever,
Mhm.
and they want to see their dividends. They want to see endless profits. And sometimes they just can't do that. Then they dump their watches on retailers. When they got too many watches, they haven't sold the other load. They had to sell them over to Joma Shop or something just to make room for the watches that were coming from their manufacturer that's being pushed by the shareholders. And it's a
Right,
cycle, endless effing
right,
cycle, right?
right. So that's why there is an over manufacturing problem because all these companies they're not just incentivized to increase their profits. They actually by law, like their CEOs have fiduciary responsibility to continue to increase profits. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of having them there? Right? It's all about increasing the business and profits, right? So they will continue making more and more. And how do you make more money? Well, make more watches, right? But
Right.
sometimes you can make so many watches that you can't even sell them all. And then they're sitting in stockpile and you have to pay for
It comes down
storage.
to a belief system, and
Mhm.
some of it, in a way, is archaic. You got new, smaller companies, but only those smaller companies are willing to stay small for a while. They get the money from the clients. They go and make some watches, and they sell them in batches. They're interested in just being in the game. We're talking about a company here that it's about increasing profits, and it has to increase every year. It's not just, oh, you made so many sales this year. You're supposed to increase the following year. I'm talking
Yes.
about
Yes.
most
And
industries.
no, every
And then
quarter. There's a
what?
lot of
Oh, the
pressure.
quarter. Right, quarters. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what that's
CEOs
what
are
the
under.
shareholders look for. They look for percentage growth
Yeah,
quarter over quarter, year over year, and if they're
yeah.
seeing that declining, they're not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they have to increase the profits at any cost. And the problem that they're getting right now is that there's no it's very difficult to grow um like sales numbers because there's so many brands, there's really a lot of competition. Also, almost everyone, like in the past, they would, new countries would be added, right? They would start selling in China, right? China was
China
huge.
was a big
But
market.
yes, like China in a way is responsible for the Swiss watch industry and how successful it is today. But after China, well, there's really no other
You know,
part of
maybe,
the world that's this developed and it's growing at this kind of pace.
why don't we get that billionaire Cuban in here? He's a little bit
Mark
friendlier.
Cuban,
Mark Cuban,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and ask him like there must be a way to resolve this. How would you do it? And he'd probably have an answer, at least an idea
I
how
don't think
out
there's
of
an answer
this
to this.
mess.
No,
No,
no, no, no, no. It's
it's
just
just going to have to
for him, it would
rebalance
be
itself.
like
Also,
stop
don't forget,
investing into this is industry that got to the end.
Well, maybe that's all he'll say. I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah.
It's
Also,
the industry that you can't grow in and you should consider investing into something maybe something that people always need, like natural gases or natural resources.
Or podcasters like Tim Wright.
Or podcasters, exactly. And by the way, guys, we are looking for sponsors, but we want not traditional sponsors like
Yeah,
some watch company or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
If you enjoy the show, make sure to give us an upvote, give us a follow, become members. For $10, you get access to the WhatsApp group where we share stuff in off hours and discuss other topics. So yeah, become members, $10, and also shout out to uh Bert Dundee for a $10 donation via PayPal. And you can also support this show and not have to pay 30% to Google, and that's by supporting us via PayPal. Thank you so much. Daniel Gutierrez, $2 super chat. He says, Timmy, are you going to PT Womo, and when is it?
Uh,
Ooh.
When is that? Next year?
it's in sometime in February is the winter version, and then the summer version. I was just there and was sort of ignored.
Oh
And
no.
that
You were
was
there?
I was there. I was dressing up to be a peacock. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there. That
Did you
was
see Oshin there then?
afterwards.
Th-
Oh, I saw him, and then I had to go to the loo. I should have said, "Hey, I'm here. I'll be right back." That's what I should have said.
Yeah.
That's in Florence. I saw him at a cafe with a buddy
Okay.
in Florence, and then he took off, so I missed him. But I got to see him in Venice,
Okay.
and that's the picture he took of me in Venice.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is my
isn't
favorite
that
picture right
corny?
here. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but
It's a
that
great
looks
picture.
okay.
Good thing you dressed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a great picture.
What a day in Venice. I was just watching Casino Royale from
Yeah,
2006 with Daniel Craig
Yeah.
yeah.
on the flight from Greece to New York, and there's the amazing scene that literally takes place right here.
Oh, it
That
does.
when they arrive, yeah, that's right. When
Oh,
James Bond, when he arrives in Venice on that yacht from their love trip there.
mm.
They come
That's
into the
right.
port and they look at this area, and this is what they see. One of the agents that whatever the next part takes place with.
Isn't
But
that
yeah,
post corny? But I think I like it. It's so corny. It's funny.
No, it's
It's
good. That's a
good.
good picture of you.
Yeah,
Very sharp.
it's a
yeah.
great picture. It's a great area there.
And some
Beautiful, iconic. Like
gorgeous,
you walked the street. That's so
some
important.
Spanish woman, Manny, approached me. I think she was with her daughter who took the picture, and she was in tight tights, and she looked probably better than most 30-year-olds. I think she was 40-ish, and she asked to take a picture with me. And it's
Oh yeah, I have that picture
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
least you
Yeah.
thought you were a star.
Yeah, yeah. That was in
So
Florence.
So check this out, Daniel. This year's PT Womo, the winter one, is going to be from January 14th to January 17th.
Definitely not gonna do that
Yeah.
one. I felt left out. I bumped into a photographer woman, and she was friendly, and we did some photos together. I talked to a few designers, but
Mhm.
you never. It's. I should have known better, because in the fashion industry, you could be just snubbed so easily. You got to be in that group, and even probably people that are in on the inside probably find that too. I even found that that some of the young people in what was it called, fashion school, which
Uh-huh.
is a legit school here in Toronto.
Oh.
It's just as competitive as getting into acting school, I guess. And they're just real attitude, like it's some of the people that are there. But I guess that's just part of it. So the young people that go in there, and there's some good people, really good people that go in there. But yeah, like I said, I see a guy, he's doing the peacocking too. Oh, hi, I'm da da da. And he just kind of walks by me, because maybe he thought I was the competition, like it was in the same hotel. And he didn't want
Right.
to,
Very competitive.
yeah, so whatever. I mean, there's no awards.
He saw how well dressed you were, and he
Uh,
felt inadequate,
it was, I didn't have
intimidated.
my full gal you on even. I just said I'm on the thing too. Oh, you're doing the thing, and he just kind of nodded and walked by. So it would have been better if I was with a few of the friends. Michaela was going to join me, but something came up with her life, and from her other show. And I almost bumped into O'Sheen, but I had to run up to the hotel. I was going to see him again.
Had an emergency.
I should have just gone to him. Hey, I'm a fan. Can I have your autograph? Like, just make him laugh, and then say, look, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I got to go to the loo. That kind of thing. And I think he would have stayed with his buddy.
Yeah,
So,
he wouldn't. Yeah, of course. I think
yeah.
if you let him know, he would have definitely maybe invited you with him. Actually, you guys probably would have met next day with Sean and
That's true.
That famous model, that guy,
yeah,
uh, with the
what's his
famous
name?
model
Federico.
guy. And he seems like a really friendly guy too.
Franco. His name is
Yeah,
Franco.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it. You just had to say hello, and that's it. But you chickened out, and you
Well,
lost opportunity.
You know what, Tim? I chickened out.
But
But
hey,
I thought I'll come back.
you had a great
back,
time in Venice.
But I got enough nerve. I come back and he's gone.
Yeah.
But then I saw him in Venice, but I then missed a chance to meet the Italian guy. Whatever.
Yes, Franco.
I can't cry.
Hey, but you know
what?
what? You'll get to meet Tommaso Bemmer at in LA.
He's gonna be there.
Yes.
Cool.
Am I expected to say anything over there in LA? By the way, Tim.
Yes, you're gonna have to make a speech, a big comedy special.
No,
you have to prepare a set.
Something.
A 45-minute Daniel Katz stand-up comedy routine.
No. I might have something that's a few minutes, literally. I might have something.
Yeah, prepare something. We'd love to hear something.
It's sort of along the line of the app, how the app is really great and it's for everyone, and just the common sense stuff about authentication. But then I'll say, but I can never use it, and then I'll explain all my weaknesses about losing stuff. Whatever.
Fantastic. How you lost the app?
Well, I'm using an example. Oh, thank you. No. The idea is I can't get the app because I lose things if I got anything from the app.
No, because you lost your mind.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's in the set, Tim. You don't have to say what I already wrote down.
Okay, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. I kind of gave part of it away, but most of anyone's not going to see this, so.
Daniel was going to say, this app is so amazing.
But if no one asks me to say anything, then that's fine too. But I'll have it. Hopefully, I'll have it ready.
Okay.
Because I'm not supposed to play host. I'm just a guest there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's no pressure. Nobody's going to demand that you make a speech. But if you prepare something, we can make it happen.
It might.
We'll get you on the stage with DJ. There's going to be they're going to have an actual DJ. Yeah, like a big important name. I can't spoil it.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to disclose who it is.
What if my acid reflux causes?
I'll let. By the way, if you guys want to know, I'll let you guys know in the Animal House WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I'll put it for you guys.
Okay.
So you know, yeah, he's a legit guy. It's worth going there just for the music.
Right. Yeah. And it's like finger food.
It's nothing. It's not like Taylor Swift nonsense.
And finger food for 3 hours. I think it's like stand around. You have your drinks. You have the finger foods. Like 3 hours of it.
Yeah.
Probably really gonna be good. So.
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of cars and
that's what it represents, right?
Yeah.
Cars and other things like watches too.
The wine, cars, collectibles, cards. Believe it or not.
Well, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah. I'm excited. It's gonna be the new.
What's that song? I'm so excited. I cannot
hide it.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I can't hide it.
So when is the second PT? The winter one.
They don't have it yet. They don't have the dates.
Oh, the second one. traditionally, because I was there,
April, right?
was in June. No, why?
Oh,
No, it's in
June.
the summer.
Okay, June. That's right, June.
In the middle of June, Manny.
Oh, like same dates, like June 14 to 17, or it's
Something like
even
that. Yeah.
longer.
It should be on the website, Manny. For pity, you won't.
Yeah,
There.
it's like
For
some June. It's during the week, right? Like Tuesday, Wednesday.
something like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just didn't feel welcome there. I love the people that work.
I should have been there, but I couldn't afford I was going through terrible financial difficulties. Still am.
If we shared hotels, that one was really nice, Tim. The one that
Yeah.
put me through. It's
Hey,
like,
if you want to do it over again, Daniel,
but with
uh,
the team, not by
yeah,
myself.
yeah, yeah. We'll make a team. And then I'll bring my camera and we'll take some professional pictures. You saw the pictures that I took of roommate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mind-blowing pictures.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not that mind-blowing,
But
Oh,
but
they were
but
good.
this time, let's see if we can get. If I go, hold on. I've got another yoga thing to go in Greece, so that means I don't want this to turn into a 3-week affair. Her thing is in June, so it might work with Pity Womo. I got to look at the dates.
okay.
And I'm not going to every show in between because uh, I don't want to shrink my little empire of funds. I'm budgeting myself a little bit better. So it's gonna be if the
Like,
yoga.
look at this picture.
Yeah,
Damn,
beautiful.
right?
Very nice.
Pretty
She's
good
like
quality there.
look at that, a sense of determination.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
she's
yeah.
not
It's
just
very
posing like a bimbo. She's showing determination, Tim. A focus, a purpose, Tim.
purpose.
A purpose, regardless of having a husband like you.
Oh yeah.
No,
Um.
of course I'm kidding, right?
That's a nice picture.
In
You know,
this
man.
picture,
You've
this
been to
was
Greece,
pretty
haven't you?
cool.
Yeah.
It's all in the camera,
Yeah.
okay, Daniel?
Well,
And I'll
those
bring the camera.
okay.
You guys gotta bring your good clothes, and we'll go ham. We'll take some amazing pictures.
Oh yeah, yeah. Listen,
Document the.
I think I like it enough to do it
Go.
again. Of all the
Yeah,
towns, I really like Florence.
yeah.
I can give or take. Well, I give or take Venice, especially after I lost my phone there. I don't have to
Where
go to
you
Venice.
pickpocketed
I'm not in a
yourself.
rush to go to Venice, quite frankly. I just um,
Venice. You've done it once. You don't really need to go there all
I
the
found the
time, but it's a
tourists
great
a bit
place
more.
to live.
Tourists were a little more obnoxious there.
Really?
Venice, I can lose myself with regular Italian people, I guess, a little bit.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then yeah, it's like any to me, anyways. When you're in a nice tourist area, tourists are the same no matter what language they speak. They're just in their own world.
Right.
When you
Mhm.
get away from the tourists and you're just with the local people, I kind of like it more. The waiters from the Philippines at that hotel that Sean sent me to. It
Hmm.
was a really nice hotel. There's a in the way garden square
Yeah.
within the hotel, like it's indoor outdoor kind of feeling. Tim,
Nice.
Mhm.
I really like that. And the women from the Philippines spoke perfect Italian, and gosh, they're just so down to earth. They're really sweet. And I find some of the tourists, whether they're from Italy or North America, really obnoxious. But that's me. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's bad. It just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You speak
get it.
Italian, Daniel?
I've got pity. And I got sloppy lately. I've got Duolingo. That's my only
Oh,
thing.
nice.
But when I was under pressure to say something, it went to hell. I had to just ask. For crying out loud, I had Global Translator or whatever, Google Translator, and I
Hmm.
had Duolingo.
Yeah.
So I've got, like I started to know some words, but I got sloppy with Duolingo. I got to go back to it again. But Duolingo, the app, keeps forcing me, and the owl app starts to get angry at me and keeps calling me. Where are you? You haven't been to class. Like they want me there for 2 hours.
You
Like
got
I'm
the
being pushed.
AI nagging you to get back into
Yeah,
studying.
I'm being pushed around by an AI owl.
Right.
AI making
Guilty
faces
you.
at me or jumping up and down with anger and then being real cheerful when I go on. Like I was willing to do a class or two, but not do a whole hour. Oh, do this and you'll get to so many points and you'll win this and you'll get that.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
By the way, guys, you don't understand how lucky you are to know English language. That this language is so popular. Like, I went to Dubai, right? English language. Greece, everybody there spoke English. Guess what? They have really good education. They teach English early, and everybody there speaks English. Well, maybe like 90% of the people.
Yeah.
And obviously London, but even Geneva and Paris, it's all English. You can go anywhere with English language.
Yeah, yeah. But in a way, it can spoil us. You want to. It's good for the brain to try to do. I haven't given up on Italian, Manny. I'll
Hmm.
try to pick it up again. And
Yes.
it's also French that I got to smarten up with, and Hebrew.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you can learn another language, there's nothing better than that. Like being able to speak to somebody in their own language.
Yeah, yeah. And
But
you talk to an Israeli
yeah.
in Hebrew when it's half-assed, or even worse, which is me, and they'll say, "Speak to me in English. I'm practicing."
Dr. Bob Sniper, $20 super chat. Daniel leaned up against the light pole like that. Did you get any good
Propositions.
propositions?
He did. That lady came over and took a picture with him.
Well, in
Hello.
Florence, this is in Venice. Yeah, she came over, so you're not far off.
Yeah.
And no, Tim, I didn't ask her on a date with her daughter taking pictures. I didn't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How
Yeah.
so? How was this trip to Venice? Was it amazing?
Well, it was tampered by me losing the phone, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I think I shared with you my dilemma while I was over there, and then the all the I went out to a mall,
Hmm.
which you go by taxi, and you spend so much taxi or Uber. It was a taxi, their taxi, and 50 minutes out to Nowheresville called Feister or whatever it is,
The
and
feist.
you forget that you were in Venice. Like it's nothing looks like Venice once you get out of the area. It's almost like Venice is a theme park. When you go out of the area,
Yes.
it's like
It, it doesn't feel
Right.
real,
you're
right?
like in
It's such
upper
a
you're like in upper New York State or somewhere in Ontario. It's boring. And they come to a mall that looked like it was, prefab mall, like your typical mall somewhere in New York State or Buffalo. A good mall, but
you
boring.
fucked up.
And then I went to the app store and all the IT men and women couldn't put my data together again. Like Humpty Dumpty. And then
Oh, oh.
you buy the phone. I thought I was desperate and I was silly. The
Losing the phone, that is just
the
oh.
iPhone 14 to get it there
You
was
need that
17.
string, Daniel, or that you
I
put around
know.
your neck
Let me.
so you
You're
can't
right.
lose it anywhere.
That's right. So, anyways, it was done. So I paid 1,700 euro on the credit card. I said I'll deal with it later. It's a loss because it's way more money than it cost. Like it's like 1,100
Mhm.
Canadian, and paying 1,700 euro. That's crazy. That's even more than American. So I pay that, and the curse was a blessing because they couldn't
Oh.
find the data. It had to be verified by the phone that was lost. So it was kind of a mess, and I couldn't get hold of the superintendent of the building in Toronto. So they
Yeah.
refunded the whole thing.
Oh, they
Oh my
did.
god.
No, it was a blessing in a way because
Yeah.
paying 1,700 for a phone, and we just got I still have it with me, a cheaper phone that I'll use when I go back to Italy
Mhm.
with its SIM card. So I got that as an additional phone, like 500, that kind of thing, which is a basic iPhone, the entry level, which has got enough for me to get by. It's got my banking, it's got whatever you need,
Right.
right? So
You can't lose phones. This is what I learned.
yes,
If
sir. Yes,
you
sir.
lose your phone, you're so screwed because you need it to verify your next one. It's so
Oh, Tim, did you
counterintuitive.
say that I was so screwed after I lost my
You
phone?
got very lucky.
Yeah, there were the women
Uh,
that I met afterwards, so I did
yeah,
get screwed. I'm
yeah,
kidding.
you're very lucky, Daniel.
Yeah.
That's
No, I didn't. I did not. I
Yeah,
like
that would have been very bad.
yeah, that'd be horrible. Yeah,
so
I hope not to do that. I hope not to lose
I
my
was so
phone.
angry at myself because it happened within seconds.
Yeah, you just arrived and boom, that's the first thing you managed to do. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Come
And
on, Daniel, please.
that's why it's good to have an entourage, Manny. I gotta go
Right?
with an entourage next time.
They keep
This
you.
is
They
what
keep
you
you in
need,
check.
Daniel. Look at this. This is actually pretty cool
Oh
piece of
yeah,
kit. It's like a thick rope. It's like
yeah.
almost like a designer rope, and you can attach it to your
Here, I was
existing
taking a
phone
picture of it.
case.
Send me a copy of it. I
Yeah,
took a picture of it.
yeah. Look
I
how
just
it's very stylish too.
is this
And you,
Amazon or what's this on? What is this?
I don't know. These websites are a dime a dozen. It's called Casetify.
Oh, okay,
Casetify.
okay.
But they have one with the case that's attached. This one, by the looks of it, you just attach it to your existing case. But just the way the design works is you can see here, you can have it over your neck or you can have it over like your shoulder,
Right.
and you can just hang. And then when you pick it up, it's very comfortable to use.
Right.
This is the new trend in the watch thing.
I just took a
And
picture.
like you know, phone is I'm finding it that phone is the only thing that I'm using right now. Although this doesn't work for me because I need to put my phone on a tripod and oh,
Right.
actually this you can disconnect it. Never mind. Look at this. It's on this little
On a
loop.
lanyard.
So yeah, it's on the lanyard. That's so
Yeah. By
convenient.
the way, I gotta get another tripod. I don't know what I did with mine.
Daniel, I said the one I sent you.
Wait a minute. I got
Did
the
you leave it
small
with your
one.
sister?
Hold on. I know the one that I ordered was a bigger one. You gave me the code, and I looked for it and bought it. I think that one. I'm talking about the one that stands up tall, not the one that you gave me. I think I have that small one that you gave me. I think, or did you give me the long one?
I gave you the long one.
Oh shit! Well, I'll look in the storage room. Maybe it's there. It was in the move,
Unbelievable.
Tim. I'm
Hmm?
partially innocent. The move. It got lost in the shuffle.
I see. The shuffle truffle.
Yeah.
By the way, just we're still going with this article. The bullet point there. I think we're
Well,
on the
one point I'm
sixth.
going to make about this too
Hmm.
is don't forget about a year or so, they all increased their prices too.
Right. And that's the from because of the pressure from the shareholders to
Yeah.
continue increasing profits. There was a window of opportunity, right? When the demand was sky high during COVID, they had an opportunity to increase the price,
Hmm.
and even though it would be unsustainable, they still did it because that was a way to increase profits for at least that year.
Yep.
And they did. And now, unfortunately, decreasing the prices is not the answer either because it makes like your product look bad.
It doesn't look good on them. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's easy to increase, but not very easy to lower it actually.
yeah. Because then you look like you're in
Because then you
trouble.
question it. Why are you lowering
Yeah,
your prices? Is your quality
yeah.
worse?
And what happens to that investment value? It's the more expensive watches, they're going to lose so much more value because of the price decrease. So, well, when you're increasing the prices, it actually kind of helps the the older models. Like
It
for
does.
example, when Rolex went from 1,500 for the Submariner to 10,000, because the new one is 10,000. If you want to buy the old one, um, hey, the more expensive the current production one, it pulls the prices up for the used ones
For
as
the
long
use.
as people want them and there's not too many.
Right.
By the
So
way, I think now I only looked a couple of months ago, but I think the my the Explorer One is held its own in the price market.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's still doing well because it's an iconic watch.
yeah, yeah.
It's an icon. It's Explorer One is one of the greatest watches ever produced.
Yeah.
You know, it's so important because the Everest, the kind of a connection, but also it's just very clean, really robust watch,
And
micro
Ian
adjustment.
Fleming wore the
Yeah,
watch.
Ian Fleming. Yeah,
And
even
if we, Manny, if we interviewed all these guys through some special wormhole,
mm,
and we interviewed them on the phone through some wormhole from another life, Ian Fleming or uh, the Everest guy, they probably said, "I don't really care. It was a watch. Just tell the time.
Right.
Someone gave it to me. What's the big deal?" Like if we actually got to meet them, they probably, it's nice. It's not.
Right.
But the marketing people built it up, and you know, Sergey, the one that came up with who was the guy that climbed Mount Everest, and his supporter, what Sergey, like what was his name? He was from that.
oh, you're talking about the Everest
Yeah, it
connection?
was not just what's his name, Sir William Hillary, right? It wasn't just
Yeah.
Sir William Hillary. It was Sergey that helped him go up, get up that mountain. They carried the equipment and did over. He's the guy that lives there. Like, and I don't know if he got enough credit, but he was wearing a certain watch too, wasn't he? Sergey. It was him and Hillary.
Yeah, that's right. There was both of them, but I think they had the Smiths eventually on the
Oh, it was
final.
Smith. That's right, Tim.
Yeah, on the
Good for you.
final push.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the Smith brand has been also kind of revived, rephoenixed, but it's not. You know, it's just a brand name, and it was. If you think about it, actually, the Smith guys, they saw an opportunity and kind of the demand for that watch, and they brought it back, cashed out, and hey, good on them. Great little side hustle, right? If somebody known sooner than they did, then they would have bought the Smith, the naming rights to Smith. And
Right.
then there's so many companies in Switzerland that will make the case, the watch movement, everything for you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
put it together, boom, 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 and you're done. Good on them.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But hey, let's go to the point number 6: impact of discounts on
Yep.
official
There we go.
channels. Large discounts offered by distributors have created a competition with official retail outlets. This has led to a decline in sales at the official stores, which cannot match these discounts, further complicating the crisis. Right. There's a lot of watches that are overproduced and not as in demand as
Well,
Rolex is.
that's fixable. That's just disorganization and just a messy uh, thing with communication because you got to be all on the same page for that one. Because
Well,
the discounts offered by was it discounts offered by distributors, but the distributors are part of the team, aren't they?
okay, but their problem is a little bit more complicated because think about it, Daniel. Why would anybody pay 9,000 for a Navitimer right now, the new Navitimer, if they can get the used one for 3,000 with ETA?
Oh, wait a
Right?
minute.
This is a unique problem.
Oh, you're talking about the older models.
Yes, which are still running, just as well, but they might have a little bit different movement. They're a little bit older, but they're just as functional. The
And
new
you know what?
Navitimer is not so significantly
And
better than the old one.
customers being people with brains um, figure out that it's not so important to have the latest fine-tuned in-house movement. If you got an ETA that's a recognized ETA moving it with a pretty watch overall, like the Smiley Tudor, the Smiley version of the Tudor Black Bay way back when, People preferred it. They were happy with the ETA. It was a top line ETA movement as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to this new movement. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but you're paying more for what does. It's just for the pride of saying I got this new movement and it goes at 2.5 per day, and the ETA goes at 5. Who cares at the end of the day of the difference? That's
Right.
for a so-called purist. It
That's
still works.
and that's bad for selling new watches.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many like if Brightly wants to sell a Navitimer, they're not just competing with other brands. They're not competing against the Speedmaster. They're not just competing against the other chronographs in the similar price point against like Zenith El Primero. Right? They're competing against older Navitimers on eBay, which are such that you can get three for the price of the new Navitimer.
So once upon a time ago, I don't.
Mhm.
This is a good analogy. Once upon a time ago, before you guys were around, maybe I don't know. I was flying. I flew on Air Canada from, let's say, Toronto to some midtown that you never heard of, Regina in Saskatchewan, like in the middle of the West, kind of
Mhm.
thing. The flatlands.
Victoria.
What?
Victoria.
No, Victoria's way over on the ocean,
On
Pacific
the
Ocean.
ocean side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the middle of Canada, like somewhere
Okay.
in the middle of nowhere, Regina or Winnipeg or whatever.
Mhm.
And they had a prop jet, which was a cheaper type of plane. It was still worked, everything worked, but it was slightly slower than a full jet plane. It was part propeller and part jet. I don't think they use them anymore. And son of a gun, it still got me there. Maybe a half an hour later, but who cares? So the same with watches. You know, a lot of people, I'm just repeating myself, are okay as long as it's reliable. It can be serviced anywhere. You can take it to any watchmaker to service it. It's a beautiful sight to be seen. It works, and you won't even notice if it was 10 seconds off a day or 2 seconds off a day.
Yeah.
Here's a beautiful sight to be seen. That's a Santos large with blue dial. Okay, there's no card, but it's 5,000 versus 8,000 at retail. That's a beautiful sight to be seen. That's a beautiful
Both,
discount
they're both
on a
in-house movements,
serious piece of kit.
and they're
Yeah.
both in-house movements. One
I
might
mean,
be.
Yes.
there is a percentage, though, of people that first question is, do they trust? If it's an AD, it's different, right? If the AD is selling you pre-owned,
Yes.
but there's a lot of people that don't trust gray market dealers,
Yeah, they shouldn't.
and there's people also that I'm like, well, I'd rather buy a new, right? If the difference between the discount that I get, right, versus buying pre-owned, there's people that don't buy pre-owned, honestly. You know
Mhm.
what I
Well,
mean?
then we're getting into a different topic in a way because it's about um, making sure that the vetting is done by the company that's the gray market
Right.
for authenticity, that everything is right and it's not been Frankenstein and all that sort of thing.
I mean, a perfect example of that, and, and it's horrible that it happened to it, but Sargent, right,
Oh
The
yes,
what?
with his Rolex, remember?
what happened to it? I
Oh,
forgot.
Sergeant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, how he bought
his Deep
a
Sea,
deep
right?
sea
Yeah,
dweller on eBay. He had it for 10 years, had a great fun, wore it to a lot of events, and then sent it for service and they told him that it's a fake.
that,
That it's
oh,
like
that's something. That's right. My
yeah,
God.
mind blowing. Yeah.
yeah.
So it worked all
We're
that
gonna
time.
see it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna try to test it when we're at the animal house. He was gonna bring it to the house
Oh
for
yeah.
us to take a look at it, examine if you would have known that this was not a real watch. Maybe there's a fake movement, but the watch is real, or maybe it's just engineered. Because I've seen some of these fakes; they're almost identical.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can fake movements now too.
Yeah, maybe I'm not the real Daniel. They can fake me too.
They
Maybe
can,
I'm
yeah. We
I'm
we could be
a AI
looking
version
at
of me.
The real one is
Made
still
in
in
China,
Venice.
counterfeit Daniel Cat.
Yeah, yeah. Just thought I'd put it out there, Tim.
Yeah, but that is a factor to me, right? I mean, when you're buying pre-owned,
Yes.
I mean, personally, If the differential was not too great, right?
Yeah.
I went new because I'm like, you know what? To me, to buy an expensive piece, not to get it from an AD, not to get the full warranty, not to have that peace of mind, and not to be the first one that puts it on my wrist. If that differential is not huge, to me, it was a no-brainer.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So basically, every piece that I own right now is brand new. I bought brand new.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because the one that the Ambox, remember the Ambox?
Yes.
The Ambox I didn't buy new.
Oh.
Okay, and I paid a good price, so when I sold it, I didn't lose my shirt.
You got very lucky on that watch.
I did, and it was an easy sale. That's why
But
when
I wish you would still have had it for the
I
Animal
know
House.
for LA,
Oh, yeah. I
that was
wanted
my
to see
intention.
that
But
watch.
when the offer came up, I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
grab it.
Watches right now are tough, very
But
tough to buy and
but
sell.
anyway, to tell you, I
Mhm,
bought it from a gray.
mhm,
I didn't know who this gray was. It was through eBay. That was before the eBay guarantee thing.
mhm.
So not that the watch was fake. You can't fake that watch. That watch is very rare, and that movement's too unique.
Right.
But it was like unworn, right? And sure, the strap looked brand new, but you could swap a strap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could use it for 5 years and then put a brand new strap and resell it as unworn. You
But
know,
when you see micro scratches,
when you
micro
see my,
squirrels.
it had a scuff on one of the lugs.
Oh, it had a micro squirrel.
You know,
Oh
which
yeah.
which
Oh.
I made it better, but I'm like, man, I sold you. Basically, I traded you my PAM 88,
Mhm.
which I paid full retail and taxes, which I never do. That was stupid, right?
Wow.
And I got a piece supposed to be unworn when the reality it wasn't. But at that point, I'm like, you know what? It's not worth the fight
Right.
because everything else was complete. I even had the outer box.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
ran perfectly. The strap was brand new,
Yeah.
but that kind of sealed the deal. Where I'm like, see, I don't trust gray dealers.
Yeah. They're all scammers.
They're all scams.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You
just
know.
that's just the truth.
Well, that John Buckley guy that you met in New York, he's a likable guy, but he's a little bit of one also, isn't he? He's a likable guy that,
Well, he's a shark, right? I think
yeah,
he's a shark. He's the Diamond District
yeah,
shark.
but
He knows the product.
yeah,
He's very you can't fool him,
yeah,
and he has really good advantage over everybody else because he's just he's been doing this for so long,
yeah,
and he's been following the market. If anybody needs any advice on these kind of vintage pieces. He's got all the knowledge. He's got all the prices. Chances are he sold one of the watches you're looking for in the past, and he knows how much he can buy it for, and then how much he can resell it for. So
Yeah.
yeah,
he's in a unique position. Very lucky guy.
yeah, yeah,
But he's a don't don't get it wrong. He's a ruthless businessman. He's not.
yeah.
Listen, he's running. Oh, and by the way, he's running this TikTok that they got going on with Vukum and his son, and they're doing really well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I think even they're hurt because of the decline of the watch market. Like I've been watching some of these TikToks lately. They're not. It's not the same as it used to be.
Okay, Tim, just let me know when I start to decline.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
That will scare me, but I don't want to
Mm.
be like some people out there in the political scene.
Hey,
Yeah.
we got one more point here from this article that goes like this. It's important to note that this doesn't apply to highly demanded models like the Nautilus and Aquanaut from Patek Philippe or certain Rolex steel watches, but to the general market, especially brands under Richemont and Swatch. Yeah, those two brands are responsible for like the rest of the watch market. They just completely have a hold on almost all the major significant watch brands out there.
They are because they're like over 80% of the whole industry.
Yeah, like look at this Patek Philippe. Like look at this. It's 50,000 only. Like that's a lot of watch. This looks like something that Rihanna wore around her neck at the Emmys, right? It's got that
But that
all diamonds.
I
interesting
wonder how much that was new though.
Yeah, it
sparkle.
probably was like 50K. Oh no, maybe more, maybe like 100K. These are diamonds. Patek charges premium for them. This could have been 150,000. Could have been up to 400,000. You never know. Let's see. What if I copy this and try to check retail price?
Some of those ads put
There we go. Okay, it was retailed for 82,800.
okay.
So, and now it's 50,000. But that's a good looking watch. Micro rotor on the back. It's a great watch for a lady. But yeah, even Patek there is not immune to the price decreases. Here's another
It
beautiful
good
watch.
for a lady or someone dressed in drag.
Yeah, or,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. All right. Let's
A
check it.
drag queen, a
Yeah.
great watch for a drag queen. You're right. Oh, here's Hermes. That's a unique brand. I think these were like 6,000 retail, something ridiculous. People bought this just to get a Birkin bag,
Right.
and now they're 10,000, $100. Actually, this is a lot of watch. I think Hermes might be around for a while. They're an established brand, and if anything wrong, you could probably bring it to them, and they'll take care of you. So yeah,
Okay.
interesting watch right here.
I'm listening to you guys, but I gotta move and clean up and
Yeah, we're gonna do another 8 minutes, and then we're gonna
for
wrap it up.
the digestion, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
it comes out of my mouth, and then I'll mess up,
Ooh.
because I go,
At least you can flush toilet over there in Canada. There we
No,
go.
right here on my screen. I don't want that.
Oh, not on the screen.
No, okay.
Okay, Daniel, you go do a couple of stretches.
No,
We're
no,
gonna wrap
okay.
it up in, as I said, 8 minutes.
All right.
We'll take a look at a few more
Yeah.
pieces there and see where the market is heading.
When's roommate coming back? I want her to see my stone.
Ooh, roommate. Oh, roommate just walked home.
Okay.
Roommate, you want to see Daniel Katz's stones?
He didn't say that right. Good God, that could be misinterpreted. She's a nurse. Damn.
Not his kidney stone.
No, not.
He's got us. Daniel got stones. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, you know where that from?
where it's coming from?
Daniel, what movie is this from?
From Romancing the Stone
Romancing the Stone. Have you watched the movie?
with Michael Douglas.
With Michael Douglas. Romancing the Stone. What's this?
Oh, that's nice. The color with the
Yeah.
there.
Did you watch?
No.
You didn't watch Romancing the Stone? Okay, she didn't watch it.
Okay.
Too bad.
That's
We'll
it.
watch it later
And
tonight.
it goes on this cheap thing here, roommate.
Oh,
I'm working tomorrow.
you're working?
She's not impressed. Roommate, thanks for the advice
very.
on the phone yesterday.
Roommate Daniel says thank you for the advice not to panic. That was huge. Daniel, you were freaked out over nothing.
Well, I thought I didn't sound. Did I really sound that way? I thought I kept my voice calm when I mentioned my
No,
situation.
you sounded hysterical.
Really? No. No. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Anybody
Alright.
would be scared if they had to do a blood test.
This is expensive.
Yeah, 42,000, still above retail, but
Yeah.
these were 100,000.
That's crazy.
And this is not the 50th anniversary, but a complete set. Oh, short 2 links and polish on request. Okay, I mean the AP. Look, this is an iconic AP. good on AP. We're still holding pretty strong here, right? Here, I got another AP here. 19,700 for this is one of those the
Oh,
Beast
it's an
edition.
offshore. Okay.
Yeah, the offshore
Yeah.
chronograph. Chunky monkey, 2013, 2015 ish. It's scratched, the bezel is scratched, but these are macho man watches. What's up? You couldn't get the food? Okay. I made the rice though. Okay. Yeah.
How did you
Yeah,
make
yeah,
the
yeah, make
rice? How did you
make
make
it.
the rice? How did you make the
Oh,
rice?
I have a rice cooker. We have a
Oh
rice cooker.
man.
Yeah. Oh, rice cooker is if you don't have a rice cooker,
Oh, it's a
Daniel, I
lifesaver.
highly it's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
You put a little bit of rice, it steams it for you, it makes like a sticky rice.
Yeah.
Tastes
Oh right.
delicious. You can put the fish on top of it and you're done.
Oh, you mean to just do that and you don't? Oh really?
No,
It's
no, yeah, it's a
yeah,
rice
it's on
cooker.
vapor. It's pressure cooker.
Oh
Yes.
It's
shoot.
cooked
Okay.
under pressure.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we have a small one, and you
Okay.
just put some water, a cup of rice. I think it's a cup of water or a cup
Yeah.
and a half of water.
And then put the fish on
Then you
top if I want.
hit the button,
Yeah.
and it'll trip.
And I could
And when
put the
it's
fish
done,
on. And I could put the fish on top and have
yeah,
a steamed fish. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Can you
It's a
imagine?
no-brainer to put some dill and
It
some salt and
it
pepper in
doesn't
the.
take a genius,
No,
definitely.
no, it doesn't.
You can put a tomato in the inside. People do all kinds of incredible stuff, but we just keep it simple.
Yeah.
What I would do, fry up the fish,
yeah.
and then while the fish is frying, it takes like 20 minutes to steam it up.
No, but I
Or,
like the
or grill
idea of
it.
steamed fish, Tim. I put
Yeah,
the
yeah, you could just grill the fish in the pan, and then the steam and it's good for a couple of days. You could
yeah, yeah,
just keep it inside. You just scoop it out a little bit for lunch, a little bit for dinner, then
yeah,
lunch again. Pressure cooker, it's incredible, and rice is very economical food,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
very healthy too.
yeah, it is.
You can
yeah.
you can make the brown rice. You can put the beans in there and then mix rice with beans. It's good stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, here we go. A few more pieces we've got here. Get this. The
Nice
Oyster
watch.
Flex, the Sundust, quote unquote,
That's nice.
Daytona. Basically below retail now, finally. No tag. Oh, no white tag. Can polish on request. Let's see. Everything is 2000. Anyways, this is a great little Daytona there. I think. Yeah. Anyways, 34.7. We got a few more to take a look at here. What else we got? Oh, there's a wacky Speedmaster. Dark Side of the Moon. Alengi.
Mm.
Look at this. Wow. This is extra weird, but cool. It's like a ceramic Speedmaster.
I'm not
Uh,
totally not in love with this.
you're not in love with it. Look, this is not for everybody. This is
It's
for
a
people who
personal
are
take.
fans of Darth Vader.
Okay,
They
okay,
want
Right,
to
right.
right
yeah.
keep it like a part of the costume. But the cool thing is that it's a manual wind chronograph. There's no date, right? So you're getting an authentic Speedmaster.
Oh, by the way, you
Uh,
know that Darth Vader just passed away, right?
no,
Yes.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Earl James Jones.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, a week ago.
yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, he
Well,
passed away.
he kind of lived a good life, but his
I
time
was
was
gonna
up.
say something in one of our shows, but you were in Greece, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Uh,
Uh,
were you a fan of his, Tim?
I actually have a poster signed by him.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. He passed
yeah.
away last week.
Yeah.
So
Weeks
sad.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Darth Vader poster. No, Luke, I am your father.
Maybe he'll come back, Tim. Maybe James Earl Jones will come back.
Yeah,
You know.
it's a
I
dark day.
repost. You know what? I repost my stuff of my dad on Facebook. They give me that feeling that he's come back. You know.
Yeah. So sad. Uh, what is E. Stewart Hall's talking about? Flight qualified. What's a flight
Yeah, what
qualified?
is that?
Omega Speedmaster flight qualified.
Well, I guess that pilots can rely on that watch, or I don't know. There's some kind of stipulation, maybe that to vet that's a proper watch
Some
to.
new version.
Oh,
Cool.
get this. It's a
Yeah.
new limited edition. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll show this before we end the show. The last thing here. We'll take a look. Get this is the new Speedmaster, soon to be released.
Oh.
Uh Look
Is
at
that
that.
titanium?
Let's see. Qualified pilot's watch. That's what it's gonna look like. Ooh. It looks. I don't know. It doesn't look titanium. Oh, there it is on the wrist. It's an automatic. It's an automatic. It's not the manual wind version.
Hmm.
Here's the back, the bracelet, the NATO strap, Dragon Lady, Solemn, Voluminous, 40 by 40.8 millimeters. It's like 41. And it's got 100 meters of water resistance. What?
Wow.
That's pretty badass.
Tim, the,
Yeah.
the closing remarks for me is that right now it's a bit of a mess, but they'll figure it out. And I think
Yeah.
the big companies will have to write to their constituency of stockholders, say, look, we're going to take a bit of a loss. We're going to produce less, but we're doing it in a smart way to reestablish the company again. So, look, just in the same lines, in the same spirit of Kerry Voutier making parts and cases and stuff for other companies as well as making his own watches. That's
Mhm.
maybe what those other companies have to do. So they have their staff paid to do something, and all the companies benefit somehow. And someone crunches the numbers to make it work out for all companies. So they may not make as many watches, but they can certainly make the parts and the pieces and whatever for other people and collab with them to make their watches. And that way you have the staff are paid, you keep your staff, and you also satisfy to some extent your constituency of stockholders because they're growing but in a different way.
Hmm.
I just think there's limits because we're reaching
They have,
maximum. That's
I
why I showed the chart where we're reaching maximum
I know, but
population. So
you got to look
there's
at the
limit to
glass.
everything.
True, but you have to look at the glass half full. They can make even less watches, be smart about it, go made to order for their watches, but also make the parts for many other people, like JLC. JLC
Right.
does this.
Right.
Who else does it? Kerry Voutier,
Parmigiani
the
also.
small businessman, does it.
The
Who else does it?
Parmigiani
Yeah,
also does it.
that's
The
right.
Parmigiani
That's at Fleur. What's it called?
Reggiano,
It's something
great
Fleur.
cheese.
What's it? Bashur? Bashur's teamed up with Parmigiani.
Yeah.
Bashur. They make
Mhm.
the parts. They do all that stuff for other people too, I guess, not just for Parmigiani. So it works. It can work.
Parmigiani Reggiani. It's delicious. You can make cacio e pepe with it.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
You can prepare the
That's
the
that's
the pasta right in the cheese wheel.
Wait,
It's amazing.
who was the guy in the text in the live chat that told me Daniel Katz? Shh.
Oh,
I forgot. I don't want to overstay my welcome.
it was Joe 90.
Okay, Joe. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, it's all cool. He's
Yeah.
a good guy. Look, I don't think that this is going to be a hot seller. I don't think Omega is going to. This is not the watch that's going to save Omega. Unfortunately,
No, no.
it's a great looking watch, but unfortunately, it's not it.
Yeah. How many pieces are being made?
Good question. I don't think it's a limited edition. It's just one of
Well,
those.
they're not going to pump them all out. It's going to be
Oh
made.
yeah, they will. If they
Well,
can sell 10,000 of these or 100,000, they why not? It's Omega. They never felt guilty for making new Snoopies. By the way, new Snoopies probably around the corner to be
okay.
launched any day.
they are gonna do a new Snoopy.
Of course.
Uh,
As
I'll
long
trade-
as there's demand.
I'll trade this in, Tim.
You'll trade it in.
For the new
Well,
Snoopy?
Daniel will get one Speedmaster, please.
Yeah. They won't have to know that I got this from Manny from a dollar store.
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course
It's
not.
it's worth it's priceless.
You tell them you got it from the actual movie set.
That's
It,
right.
actually it might have came accidentally. Sometimes they're clearing out one of these Hollywood studios. It closes down. They got
Yeah, but Tim.
stuff in storage, and it gets auctioned off and ends up in the
Yeah, but
Dollar
the
Tree.
only trouble is the dollar store had about 15 of these green color ones.
Oh,
Oh, they
Plus
had more than one?
orange and pink and all.
Ah, okay. I thought it was a
yeah.
one-off
I
that you
thought it was
found.
one of those Goodwill
No,
places.
no, I'm coming up with the honesty here. So,
I gotcha.
okay, Tim.
Well, hey, it's a great show. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put on the aquarium here for the closing of the show. I've been planning to play this for a while, but hey.
Oh, by the way, guys, you and roommate, don't save any food for me. I already ate.
Okay. All right. But Daniel, the rice cooker. I'll show you how it works later. All right.
Okay, man. All right.
Maybe you like it. It's a great little addition to anybody's kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the next show, I'll bring my little.
Cool. Okay.
Tim out. Time out. Upload before you leave the show, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Okay, bye, Tim. I'm actually going.
Okay. Bye, Daniel. Fascinating. Good Dave is such a legend. He's got these aquariums going. It's a house full of aquariums now. Incredible. This guy can, that's the beauty of owning your own home. That you could do shit like this. Really proud of you. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.